chatting to him. He's just chatting to him on the bench.
I wonder if I'll get away with it. I wonder if I'll get away with it.
No. You man aren't deep in it. He was going to bring on Salah, yeah?
Look how much space is on the right-hand side, you man. What is this?
Oh, my.
This is a fucking
they're trying to get him sacked.
I'm done, bruv. I've got kids, bruv. It's a Friday. Why am I doing this? I'm done. Bye, man.
I listen. Nah, it's a wrap. Put the fries in there, by the way. Just let you know.
Brother, oh my goodness. No, man. He's looking right across the line. Dimwit, bro. Oh my God. Right there.
Cal's crashing out.
Bobby got someone right. Oh my God. For the life of me,
no. Man fully crashed out. Hey, man, he was at home just watching the game. Man forgot he was definitely on copy.
For me, you man.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Oh, we got the wrong thing up. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, the Liverpool panel shows are back. Jamie, why are you so dark? Pairs. The Liverpool panel. You're on mute, by the way, because I thought you were talking to your family or something. My bad. Big up, Jamie. Anyway, we're here to talk about Liverpool Football Club. Finally, the panel shows are back, people. Obviously, I was telling the guys in the background I just couldn't do like 4 or 5 watch-alongs and then do a Liverpool panel show as well. It was literally impossible. So, you know, we're back. I know you guys, it's been forever since we've just sat here and spoken about LFC. So big up to you guys, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you, please like and subscribe now. Keep getting stuck in the chat. Keep letting me know your opinions. And, you know, we have a lot to unpack when it comes to Liverpool Football Club. KMAC channel is in the description. Famzone TV is in the description. Fozzy TV is in the description. Liverpool Chats TV in the description. And, of course, the op is back. The Nunes guy is back. Barnes, Beige and Reds TV is in the description. So, yes, people, we're here. And I want to start off by, first of all, guys, everyone, please like, subscribe. And yes, someone's mic is moving crazy. I'm talking about who?
I don't know.
One of you guys' mics is echoing and is really loud. But I don't know. We'll figure it out as the show progresses. Don't worry. Anyway, let's start off with the whole Edwards news, because I think big up to the Cop Tribune who says big up W panel. Big up to you, brother. Thank you so much for the love and for the support. And yes, it's definitely a W panel, including Jamie, and including Barnes and Dean. You know
what? Wow.
The ops, you know, K-Mac has been fine this transfer window. He hasn't said anything crazy. You know, we've got 3 Nunes guys.
The night is young.
Oh,
yes, we've got 3 Nunes guys.
Oh, the Nunes. Okay.
You're the Nunes guy, Dean. You're the Nunes guy.
Yeah.
Your boy couldn't score against Saudi Arabia.
Don't worry about that, man. We've gone past that now. We're not going to get him, so it's cool.
Actually, Jamie's my guy as well, because I'm sorry, we can't like the people who didn't want Nunes back, we can't be related to you guys. I'm sorry, it just can't be. So let me start off by talking about the whole news regarding Michael Edwards leaving Liverpool, and I'm gonna start off with someone who's calm and collected, man, like Dean. Edwards leaves Liverpool. Talk to me, brother.
I haven't got a problem with Edwards. It's the timing for me. It's the timing. Transfer window just opened, and new manager in. The structure looks a bit off. I think. Listen, I ain't got a problem with Edwards. Never have. Yeah, I know him and Klopp bump heads, but Edwards brought us some real good players in his first stint. Obviously, his second stint, he's come back. He's FSG guy. He's not. I don't class him as a Liverpool guy. He came here for one reason, to do this multi-club thing. It's not happening, so he's going. The problem is Liverpool knew from time. He's really told them he's leaving, so we should have something in place. We've got a new manager. We've got a new season going ahead. I just don't like there's too much holes right now. Too much holes in the structure. Too much holes in the squad. It's just, there's a lot of stuff going on right now to add to Edwards leaving and Richard Hughes leaving. So, yeah, man, Liverpool should have sorted something out time ago, to be honest. I don't blame Edwards. He told them he's leaving, and he's done a good job for us over the years, man. So, yeah, man.
Right now, this is just like a Liverpool thing. Like, we seem to just let people get away with murder. Like we're letting people just walk out the door on freebies. We're letting our own players like dupe us by saying they're going to sign a new contract and then they fuck off. like, and you've got Edwards who's like, yeah, I'm coming here for the multi-club model. The multi-club model didn't happen last year. We know that. Like, they spent fucking ages, by the way, looking at clubs. Like, I don't know what that was, a complete waste of time.
I'm telling you, mate.
Maybe that was just a dupe to just get Edwards in the door. But as soon as that ended, we all knew he was going to go. Like, this wasn't like something that we didn't know that was going to happen, because he came to us on a stipulation. I will come to Liverpool as long as I'm not doing the same job as a director of football, and I'm going to have more control, and I'm going to be able to run the Liverpool with a multi-club model. Oh, sorry, run FSG group with a multi-club model. And as soon as that ended last year, we knew we weren't going to stay. Like, and all the media outlets were saying, like, Edwards and Hughes, they're not renewing their contracts. But that's supposed to be the end of this year. Like, so this is just like Mo Salah. Like, they're doing a bunk a year early.
Klopp as well, isn't it? Klopp as well.
They're doing a bunk a year early. Everyone's just allowed to just get off scot-free. Like, oh, don't worry about your contract, mate. It's all right. Like, it's getting a bit weird. I'm sorry. It's getting a bit weird, but ultimately nothing really changes. Like, we go back to Mike Gordon and Billy Hogan, who looked after us for God knows how many years. There was no difference there. And we obviously go to a new director of football. And I personally think the new director of football is already at the club. I think it's probably going to be Julian Ward, who was our director of football. Like, and he was the guy that was looking after finding the multi-club model. He was the one that's been doing that. So now he doesn't have a job. So that makes sense that Hughes goes, he comes in, and we just carry on normal jogging. Or maybe we go and get the guy from Bournemouth, because fuck me, he's a good bloody director of football. I've seen some of the players they've got. So I don't know, but everyone hating on Richard Hughes, I do find that a bit weird. Like, we've had some absolute bangers come through the door. It's just we had an idiot at the club who didn't know how to play them. Like, let's not beat up on Richard Hughes, like, because I just can't. I couldn't have seen us signing Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak with the other iteration. I just couldn't say it. Like, this was a masterstroke getting those two in the door. And look, Diamonde hasn't worked out. I get it. Everyone's pissed off about it. But look, it's not like we haven't been duped before by agents and players. Like,
loads of times.
You know, look at Caicedo. Like, we all thought that was a done deal, but the agent had other ideas. So look, it is what it is. But I'm just happy we've got rid of Slot. Like, that is something to be happy about. Like, he's gone. Like, the witch is dead. Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad Edwards is gone too.
Why? Tell me.
Because he's done nothing for the club since he's come back. People were bigging him up like he was something special.
Elaborate. What do you mean?
We've seen so much content creators big up Edwards like he was someone special, but he wasn't. He's done nothing for us recently. Back in the days, it was a combination of him and Klopp. Two of them worked in tandem. Someone threw their phone out the pram or the toys out the pram, and he went on and Klopp stayed.
Mm-hmm.
I could care less about Micah Edwards, so this doesn't faze me. I actually want the other one gone too. I told you who signed this a couple of years ago. not even a couple of years, a couple of weeks ago before the season was gone, I want all 3 of them gone for this last season. All 3 of them for me had to go. Not just Slot. It was going to be Edwards and Hughes too. 3-headed monster. All 3 of y'all got to pay for the crimes of last season. All 3, because the other 2 kept this man on for way too long. So you got to lose your job too. I gave no one no blight, none. So Hughes can go next. I really don't care. Clean slate. Let me start over. There's a new season. For me, I have no expectations for this season. I'm going to see how it plays out. That's how I go into this season. Because if I set expectations, I'm going to lose my head top real early in the season. Simple as that. Jamie, my brother, it's good to see you, my boy. You're on mute, bruv.
You're on mute. You're still on mute.
Still on mute.
We can't hear you. Leave and rejoin. Yeah, we'll let Fozzie go ahead.
Yeah,
Go on, Fozzie.
guys.
Fozzie needs the red carpet. He can't speak without saying Fozzie. Let him know your opinion. Go on, Fozzie. Go on, red carpet Fozzie now. Hey,
No,
on, Fozzie,
guys.
TV.
Like with me, I couldn't care less about Marco Edwards. To be fair, guys, like he didn't come into the club to do anything in the first place. Anyway, he's part of another plan in regards to Liverpool Football Club. I asked you a question a few months ago. You, Matt, and Tom Hussein, and I was giving like I always, I get a therapy. I get a therapy session on here. Like when I said
This is a loaded question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always I get therapy sessions on things like this. And I did say, what's the actual plan for this football club in the next 5 years? Where do we go? Where do you guys see where we're gonna go with this football club under these people that's at the helm? You know what I mean? I'm sitting here season in, season out. They make the same mistakes again and again. It's been 16 years, guys.
Can you hear me now?
It's been 16 years, and we're still doing the same thing, even without building stands. So we we get these guys for 2-year contracts here and there. What do you expect is going to happen? They're going to stay here for the long term? There's never a long-term plan at Liverpool Football Club, guys. It's a worry. You have to be worried. You know what I mean? Like, are you willing to wait another 5-6 years? The Premier League ain't as strong as it used to be. Why do we always, when the Premier League goes in decline, we go on decline? Why don't we ever take advantage of certain moments? Man City, the juggernaut, is no longer here. Why aren't we like stepping up as a football club and going for the Premier League in the next seasons or so? Why do we always step back? I just don't understand where we're going. I'm asking all of you guys. Be honest with me, guys. Next 5 years, what's the plan?
No
Please
idea.
Let me know.
No idea, Fozzie.
Go on, because we keep saying business and this and that. What's the plan for the next 5 years? Please explain it to me.
Consolidation, and it's also basically you've got a guy in who's there to improve players, so it's basically to improve our academy and our younger players that we sign. That's what it looks like to me.
Listen, K-Mac, look, guys on the panel, everyone in chat, for me too as well, I want FSG out. I want that consortium group from out of Singapore that wanted Liverpool, that are Liverpool fans, to be on this club for a long time. I would love them to just come in with a huge bid and just buy us right now. Because at least we know owners that actually have passion for the club and love our club, and then we can start going in the right way. Because as Fozzie just said, I have no idea where we're going, what we're going to be this season, which is why I have no expectations. Furthermore, 5 years down the road, I don't see any direction right now. And I lost it from this last season. What's the direction this club, what we want to do, where we want to go? I don't see any ambition anywhere. So I have no idea, Fozzie. I have no idea myself. I'd like to have one, but I don't.
I said FSG out last season. That's the first time I've ever said it. And I still don't disagree. Like, I still think that you're right. Like, all 3 of them should have gone. Like, they've all been really bad last year. And they kind of, and like I said, it just seemed like just get away with murder at Liverpool right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go on holiday when you want, train when you want. Like, if you're Allison, you can like stop playing football in the Premier League.
I said that who's someone here.
Because you're playing for Brazil. You're like, what's this about? Like, it is all a bit shit and weird.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Like, I'm just glad we got rid of Arnie. I really am. Like,
yep, me too.
So, but the
Yeah,
thing
we're
is,
all
what,
happy
at
we
what
got rid
point
of
are
Scott, but like,
Huh?
don't you guys feel like the club is low key falling apart a little bit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
of course.
Facts.
That's the thing
course they're
that's
falling
worrying
apart.
me in terms of timing and stuff. Like, it's yet another thing that's changing at the football club. This is the problem. This is one of the
And we
reasons
don't-
why I don't want. This is one of the reasons why I don't want Gakpo sold. Literally one of the reasons, because I feel like it's like we have already so much change at the football club. It's just I'm worried about all these changes.
Sam,
I
I'm
really
like
am.
you. I'm like you. I was on Gakpo's neck last season. We can't afford to sell Gakpo right now.
You
He
know
needs to be a
nothing's
part
gonna
of the
come in,
squad.
Beijing. There's nothing coming in if he goes. Let's just be honest. Come on.
Fozzie, we got so much holes that we need to plug. We look like a net right now that you go fishing with. Too many holes. Too many holes. And the holes big that the fishing you just go through. You ain't catching nothing.
We just got rid of a 30 goals a season, consistently fit, player. What's the replacement? Like,
we
come
ain't
on.
got none.
And you
And
got
we don't know
Robertson on the
where
other
we're
side.
going.
We've got Robertson on the other side, another big game player, another consistent player. What have we replaced him with? This is what I'm saying,
Simicast.
guys. It's like
Rio's
it's
the-
like
Rio's the
2 steps
replacement.
forward, 10 steps back every single time. I'm
Simicast-
tired.
Simicast
Guys, I'm
is the
serious. I'm
replacement
being
for
serious.
Robbo.
No jokes, no more, nothing. I'm tired, man. I'm honestly tired of Liverpool, man. They need to like either put up or shut up now. This is their last season, in my opinion, with these owners. If they don't put up and shut up, then just leave. I don't care if we got a millionaire owner. I just want someone that likes the football club, concentrates solely on the football club, spends when he can, and that is it. I don't need to beg every... Guys, don't you see what we do? We beg every fucking season for players, man.
Yep.
Why do we always beg? Why do Arsenal get the players they want? Why do Man City get the players they want? Man United get the players they want? Why do we have to beg? We're the least fans that actually complain about owners. We're the least fans that don't even make protests outside the Anfield, like the Man United do, like Arsenal do. We don't do things like that, but we still get treated worse than those other teams every single time. And we sit here and defend them for their business? Come on, man. I'm here for football. I'm not here for finance. I'm here for football. I already give my money to these people every single time I buy kits and I'll go watch games. I just want to see good football on the pitch. I just want to see a
I'm
team
here for
that's got
football,
guts.
not finance.
Yeah,
Ah,
listen,
bro.
Fozzie, here's what's worse. Spurs, who got no Europe, got 1 game a week, spending money and retooling right now. And we sitting down on our asses like chumps.
I was doing the
I
stream with
think-
Deji, and he was giving it live
Look,
as well, man.
I've got to be honest. Like, I think the whole transfer thing, we're all kind of blowing that out of proportion right now. It's literally just opened. Like, there's hardly anyone that signed anyone apart from the clubs that basically nearly
We've
got
been here before, though,
relegated.
came back. We've been here before. We said the same
don't know,
thing,
man.
and we didn't see no one come in. So what?
But
I
mate,
mean,
we
come
went
on.
and signed a shitload of bangers.
Yeah,
last
because the season before,
And by the
because the season before came back, we didn't sign anybody. Are you
And
forgetting
by
that?
the
So
way,
they had to
Fozzie-
sign some people.
Fozzie, we have signed 2 players. Like, we seem to have all forgotten that we did sign Jeremy Jacquet and we have signed Munoz. Like, they're both like, one of them is an international who's out in bloody World Cup now, and the other one is supposed to be the real deal potential worldie centre back. So we have signed players. This isn't where I feel like I'm absolutely raging over the club. I'm raging over the club because they're letting everybody get away with murder.
Yeah.
Like, the way the players are just doing what they want. Like you've now got players that are like looking at moving and leaving, and like Virgil van Dijk's now rumoured again that he might go. Like, it's just ridiculous that we can't keep our best players and we can't keep a team together. And that's all down to management. Like, that's all down to people sorting out fucking contracts and making the club appealable to stay at, and not letting people just walk out the door on freebies. Like,
Well,
it's
sell
that
to buy,
kind of
remember?
shit that's really annoying me.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm sat there going, FSG out is probably a good thing right now. But it's not going to happen because the new manager and his staff have come in for the project. So the project's been sold to them. And that's been sold by Richard Hughes and probably Michael Edwards and Gordon and whoever. Like, so it's who comes in next. But I don't not trust the nerds. I think we'll probably get some good players. Like, we already showed that we're willing to put money down on the table because we offered 100 million for Diamande. Like, no one's put money down like that right now from the Premier League. And we probably might go for Barcola. Another 100 million maybe. I don't know. But we're not willing to not spend. But I just want to make sure that we keep some of the players we've got and replace them with players that we actually bloody need. Because we're linked with positions that, like, why are we linked with left backs and left wingers? Like, and we don't need those players. We need right wingers, right backs, and centre midfielders. Because we haven't got any. Like, we haven't got a defensive midfielder. So that's the worry for me. But yeah, transfers will come. It's only just opened.
Jamie, you haven't spoken yet on this topic.
I find it all a little bit strange what's happening at Liverpool right now. You know, with the Marco Edwards stuff, he was brought in to find another European team to do that club-to-club stuff with, and that was the whole thing he was brought in for. And FSG have pulled the plug on that, and now they've let him go early on his contract. My thing of it is, though, that's not what he was just doing at Liverpool Football Club. You know, he actually hired Richard Hughes. In the Munoz transfer, according to Ornstein and Fabrizio and all these people, he was with Richard Hughes doing the transfer. So, being the CEO of Liverpool weren't just his job. It was, you know, he was doing a lot of other things. So, it's like they don't respect Richard Hughes enough to do his job. You know, Richard Hughes is a sporting director, should be just left alone to do his job. Why is Richard Hughes getting involved in deals and stuff like that? So it is a bit weird. You know, it comes from everywhere you read. You know, if he was just a guy looking for another club, you know, that should have been his job. Why does he need to get involved in other aspects of the football club? You know, if that's not his title, I don't know, but he's gone now. And the club, look, he's in a bit of a mess. There's been so much happening already this summer. If you look at it, you know, Konate's left, Salah's left, Robbo's left. The sporting director is going to leave at the end of this season. The CEO of Liverpool's left in Marco Edwards. There's been too much change, and because of that, when it comes to transfers, I don't think you're going to see that much happening. I don't think you'll see that many transfers coming in, and I don't think you'll see that many transfers going out either. I think it's going to be a summer where we don't hardly sell or hardly buy because there's too much upheaval. You know, the club have got to get a settled base before really they can go and sign players. You know, Michael Edwards is gone. Richard Hughes is now going to be speaking to another boss. People know when players know Richard Hughes is leaving. He ain't going to be their sporting director. Iriola's not going to have Richard Hughes to go to at the end of this season. It's a massive turnaround. So, yeah, it's going to be a very weird summer. From where I was thinking, I actually think, and this is weird, if Hughes stayed, Edwards stayed, and Arne Slot stayed, I think we would have had a massive summer because there was a continuity between the three of them. Now they're all gone and there's new people coming in or someone left over, the continuity is not going to be the same, which means I don't think you're going to have this massive summer. And that's innings. I think the squad nucleus pretty much stays the same, and we're going to buy maybe another 2 players, and that'll probably be it.
So when you're saying, Jamie,
by the way, Richard Hughes, according to all of the media, he's actually only staying till the end of this window.
Yeah, goes to September, don't they?
Well,
yeah.
September,
we don't even get him for the next window.
So he's not even going to be there for January. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not.
So
No.
that's why I'm saying I don't see this transfer window being busy for ins or outs because of that. I think the squad pretty much stays the same.
so basically, Jamie, from what you're saying, sorry, Dean, we relying on Jacquet and Neoni to be next to Verge, and then Joe Gomez.
Hey, it'll depend. The story was today that Joe Gomez might start the season with virtual.
That's what I saw as well.
Yeah.
So,
I see
like, I, if that's the case, if they're thinking about Gomez might start the season, then I don't see us buying the centre back in, because that shouldn't be in their feelings if they think they go buy a centre back. I mean, if we only buy 3 more players, another winger, a centre back, and maybe a midfielder, there's your other 3 players. But I don't see a lot, guys. I really don't see a lot going on in this summer. I don't think Liverpool will want to sell McAllister right now or Curtis Jones. The stories about Curtis Jones is that Liverpool are very happy for him to stay next year till he leaves his contract at the end of the season. I don't see a lot going on.
But we don't run our right wing, Jimmy. We have no right winger. None.
I think they buy a right winger.
We're hearing Rio. Jay, we're hearing Rio might be playing right wing.
You can't play Rio right wing for the whole season. You need to buy someone.
That is literally the stuff that's
So
coming out.
if Rio gets injured, what happens?
They want to transfer him over to the right hand side because we're loaded on the
Apparently
left.
Munoz can play right wing as well. I mean, so
That's that's a youngster that's never played there, and they got another player that's never played in the Prem playing on the right hand side. That is just, I don't believe they're gonna leave us that short. I don't believe they'll leave us. I reckon they'll get a right winger. That's one thing I believe. But Liverpool do this, isn't it? This is what Liverpool do. Like, I don't understand why we just leave. Like, we have to. Like, everything's reactionary. Everything we do is reactionary. It does my head in. Like, they knew that Edwards was leaving. It's not like it's a shock to them. They know he's leaving. They know Richard Hughes is leaving. Where's the plans? What do we do now? What like,
there's never plans, bro. Never
but
plans.
Richard Hughes is leaving, yeah.
It's not the
For
first time.
bigger money, he's going to do right. Is his heart really? Oh, I don't want to question people's morals, right? But is his heart right here now?
Of course
trying
not.
to do these transfers. This is what I'm saying. So why?
Which is
they
why
don't-
he
If he makes a mistake, then he makes his mistake, innit?
Is why Dean he shouldn't be responsible for this
Exactly.
transfer.
That's how I
Very
believe.
important. He should be gone.
This is what I believe. I think he should be gone. I'm not saying we doing one day's things. He's fault, but there's a doubt in my head. Is his eye off for that transfer? Why didn't that get done? I'm not saying it's his fault, but I'm saying these things will go to your mind now. You're thinking.
Well, you're saying it's not his fault. The problem is, see, Dean touched on the key thing for me here, and Dean just said the most important thing in this whole conversation. If this stuff in the higher ups start affecting what's on the pitch, because listen, Dean don't like Arsenal. Fozzie thinks Arsenal won the league off set pieces and stuff. It's okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But if we have a really bad transfer window and we don't fill the holes that we need, it definitely won't be us winning the league. Whether it's Arsenal or not, it could be City, it could be whoever the hell. Worst case scenario, Man United, God forbid. They end up pulling back and winning the league, God forbid. So if all these things upstairs start affecting the stuff downstairs, because one might conspiracize and say, hey, guess what? One of the reasons why Szoboszlai hasn't signed a contract extension, one of the reasons why Konate left, one of the reasons why all these things are happening in terms of contracts and signings and stuff like this is because of the fact that there's instability upstairs. Because one of the reasons, like, look, what's happening to Arsenal right now is exactly what happened to us last summer. You see how it's like Barcola prefers Arsenal, Bruno Guimaraes want to join Arsenal. That was us last summer, literally. Isak, Wirtz, Kerkez. Remember when Kerkez was linked to Real Madrid? Forget how he's played now, but he was linked to Real Madrid. It's a fact. You get me? Same with Isak. How many clubs wanted Isak around the world? Wirtz was wanted by Bayern and Man City, and they rejected them to join us. So we had that element of stability. We had that element of togetherness. We had the whole, now the team is together and stuff like this. And now that's no longer us. Because you look at it objectively, you need a new CEO, you need a new sporting director, because Richard Hughes is also going to leave to Saudi Arabia. And now you go down to the pitch and you need a right back and you need a center back and you need a midfielder and you need like 2 wingers and you need a backup striker. Like, that's so much. And this is where Fozzie is right. Listen, I ain't spoken about FSG for 2 years now.
I know.
Alhamdulillah, me and Kurdish and everyone on Twitter who contributed, worldwide news we made. And now we know that John W. Henry saw it with his own eyes. We flew the FSG out playing above Anfield. It's been 2 years. I haven't said a word about FSG. We've done the transfers. We've done everything. But now you have to step up and you have to get this this mess sorted, because you're the only one that's in control of this. You're the one that controls this. The point that Dean just made is the key point for me, because if this starts affecting what's happening on the football pitch, that's when all 6 of us will lose our minds. That's when all of us will start looking at the ownership. All of us start looking at these decisions, because you've basically ruined. Here's the thing. I'll put it this way. Let's say Arsenal and City fall off. We believe that we're the 3rd best team in the league. Forget where we finished. We believe we're the 3rd best team in the league, and we possibly can win the league if the other 2 fall off. It should be us. You know where everyone will get triggered? If City and Arsenal fall off, and it's like a Chelsea who win the league or a Man United who win the league. Then everyone will lose their mind, because we were supposed to be that club. We were supposed to be the club that steps up in case the other 2 fall off. But now it ain't even us. And all I'm saying is more and more. Big up Monts for the raid. Big up to you, brother. Man. Make sure you guys check out Big 6 Mans. And all I'm seeing now is more and more players linked to leaving.
Yeah.
I don't like Cody Gakpo. I will be the first one to say, please keep Cody Gakpo at Liverpool. There is too much change. We already have so many holes. And that's the next topic. I want to speak to you about, guys, about the outgoings and the incomings and all that. First of all, big up to all of you guys locked in the chat. I know you guys missed the Liverpool panel show. We got almost 600 people in the building. Please do hit the like button. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you guys right here, right now, please like and subscribe now. And I am gonna, read the supers now, and then I'm gonna talk about the outgoings and all that stuff, because it's important to discuss as well our transfers now that we spoken about the stuff upstairs. Big up to my guy Becky. Big up to my girl Becky, who says smash a like. Big up lads. Hope all is well. Virgil van Dijk is the GOAT. The GOAT need to be rested so we can see that level to begin with, because he cannot play 38 Premier League games at his age. We need rotation. We need options. We need options off the bench. That's the thing for me. Big up to my guy Sond, who says FSG out now. As things stand, I believe you have every right to hold that opinion. I'm not going to say anything against you. I'm not going to say you're crazy. Because I think that's a perfectly valid opinion to have. Big up to Fan Frenzy Hub as well. I see you. You're the guy on Instagram as well. Big up to you. Big up to Sond again, who says Edwards, Ward, Hughes, Schmatka, and more in the span of 6 years. Stability is non-existent. Sporting directors, others can't come and go like this. This is the thing for me. The people upstairs, I need to have some form of stability. Just a little bit.
Yep.
How many sporting directors have we had over the last 5 years? Michael Edwards, Julian Ward, Schmatka, Klopp. You get me? Like, it's just Richard Hughes. It's never ending. Can we get like a sporting director, give him a 3-year contract?
That's what I said to him. You need a long-term vision,
mate.
mate. That's what you need. You need long-term vision, mate. There's no long-term vision at this football club.
Yeah,
is it actually the sporting director's problem? Or is it that he's hammed down and he's got his hand tied for certain things he has to do as a sporting director at our football
That's a good
club?
point, Jay.
I agree with you, Jamie.
Well, look at Arsenal, yeah? Look at Arsenal, right? Like, they had their do. Arsenal fans didn't like him. Berta came in and Berta changed him around. He didn't have his hands tied. The owners at Arsenal let Berta get whatever he wanted. They put him in charge. Yep. Money's there. Money's available. Don't worry about it. Let's be ruthless in the market. Is Richard Hughes ever been allowed to be like that at Liverpool? Now, I know people go say we spent so much last season, yeah, but look how much Liverpool made back last season.
And the season before, the lack of spending.
That Richard Hughes had to make sure he brought back into the football club. Richard Hughes couldn't just spend 450 million and keep all our squad and not sell anyone.
Facts.
He had to make money back, so that means he's got to go out there and do them transfers as well. And them things. So if your hands are tied, how well can you work as a sporting director? And the days of under Klopp, with the way we used to do it with data and stuff like that, unfortunately, we was ahead of the curve of everyone in the Premier League at that time. Yeah. Everyone's caught up now. Everyone does it. Like, everyone does it. So that model that we were so good at and being the only ones being ahead of the curve is now looking like it's like
everyone does it.
A thing of the past.
Second rate now, and everyone else is doing different things.
Yeah, they're past us now.
So yeah, we could get a sporting director. We could go and get what people might think is the best sporting director in Europe. we bring him to the football club, but then he's got his hands tied because you can only buy players between the ages of 19 and 24, 25. Can't go like Liverpool should be all over Bruno G from Newcastle. All over him, right? Because
100%.
his evaluation is excellent, right, for a player of his quality, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because he's 28, 29, we won't touch him. The only
Jay,
reason
we see
we
see 39-year-olds now still doing it in the World
yeah.
Cup. You know what I
And
mean?
the only reason we
41-year-olds,
the only reason we bought Thiago that time is because he was 20 million, and it was like it is what it is. That like
Thiago, isn't it?
Our hand. I wouldn't want to be a sporting director for Liverpool with your hands tied that much. I've always said it. We don't go in the market and just get these players that might not be first team quality, but a good squad quality, right? To just bolster your squad a little bit, right? Why not have 6 forwards, right? Being a team that wants to play with 3 up top, why not have 6 or 7 forwards and just have the odd spare one hanging around on a decent contract? It's not like we can't afford to pay guys decent contracts to hardly kick a ball, but we won't do that. So we're always going to play catch up year after year after year.
Are you guys like sick of like coming back here every time as well? Like we're always here. We're always here. We take 2 steps forward, 10 steps back. 2 steps forward, 10 steps. It's the same cycle, man. But I don't think people ever grasped on that. Like we're here every single time. We're always here complaining about things like this. And then we have a nice time for our season, and then we come back again. And like it's just too much, guys. When is that consistency gonna set in at Liverpool Football Club? When is that time of Liverpool having their time of dominance gonna happen? That's what I want to see. You know what I mean? I'm sick and tired of coming back here. We're discussing the same thing again and again. These people are never gonna change, no matter what you do, guys. They're still gonna be the same. We're still gonna say, "Oh, they're great business." That's all we're gonna say. But we forget about the footballing side. Where is the football, man? Well, how long can we wait? I'm getting old. I don't want to wait no more.
I've got to say though, I have got to say though, it is also a fan problem. Like it just is. Like Liverpool have never been the club that has loads of players, because when we have players, we're always sat there going, "Well, why isn't Chiesa playing?" Well, Chiesa's not playing because he's shit, and he's a squad player. And sometimes he's not even that good when he comes on. Like we have this, they have this tendency as a club and fans. As soon as we buy a player, we're sat there going, "Well, where does he play then? Where does he play? Where does he fit in the first team?" That's just not that. Like we're just like that. We always have been. Like it's always been like that for so long, Liverpool. And if we are as big as we are, and we are going to compete in every single front, we need 25 players, and we need at least 20, which are really good.
Mate. That's what we need.
Which are really good, and the rest, your squad. Well, we seem to have this like over the last couple of years. We sell all our squad players.
Yeah,
all of them.
We don't even have any squad players. We've flogged them all.
Mate, last season we were looking at the bench. What was changing the actual game? There was no one changing the game.
And that's the problem with FSG. Like,
Keep them.
Like I will say, like, what I think FSG have done well of with the first 11 is upgrade the player on the pitch, right? Like upgrading talent, right? But what they don't see, they just don't. They've never got it and understood it.
They don't balance it, Jay. They never balance it.
It's not. You've got to have a squad. So yeah. Buying Vertzies and Isaacs and TK's ballers, yeah, we're all happy about it, right? But then you're selling really good squad players that will be very useful for that season to help these players bed in anyway and give you a bit of rotation. But then they have to get their money back. So what do you do to get money back? You look at your squad because you don't want to sell your first team players.
Yeah.
So you look at your squad and what's the best value there, and you sell them. And that was all right for a while, but eventually you run out of players to sell. And when you run out of players to sell, you end up not buying as many players as you need in every market, and you're going to be behind. That's why next summer, I'm looking at a lot of our first team players now. In the summer of 2027, I can see quite a lot of our first team players next summer leaving for good value, and then bolstering the first 11 again with very good footballers, but still leaving the squad short.
There's a wild stat going around. Okay. I don't know how real it is, by the way, so don't beat me up on it. But in the next 2 years, we've got 11 players out of contract. in the next 2 years.
That wouldn't surprise you. Would that surprise you?
That's how bad we are.
That's poor management. That's poor management, King.
I've told you guys that the neglect for the players is amazing, man.
I'll explain. Fozzie would know about this. When Liverpool truly was at their dominance in world football, we're talking about 80s, 70s. You know what the structure was? We had a dominant 11. They would bring in the players as for squads. They would learn their roles, and then when the old ones got older and they moved them out, you slot the guys behind right into the position. There was a system, and that's why we end up winning so many titles for so many years, and no one can beat us. Now, there's no structure, period, none. It's like they're trying to play chess with checkers. That's what they're trying to do, which don't make no sense because it's two different games. It's mind blowing. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Sorry,
you guys should be celebrating the
Here we
exit
go.
of Hughes and
Sorry,
Two
I had to
redundant
check that.
Fs. There's nothing they're doing good, fine, and Ward can't do. We can't sell Gakpo.
Yeah.
You know, Albert, you're missing the point. And it's not about whether you like Michael Edwards or you like Richard Hughes or you like any of these guys. The problem is it's yet another chair, another door at the club that's changing. That's too much change because people build relationships, because people feel comfort building relationships. Albert, you've known me for 4 years. I'm the first guy that put you in front of a camera on YouTube. That's why you have built this comfortability with me. You don't feel it maybe with someone else. Maybe someone else feels it to someone else, you know, who gave them a debut or whatever it is, or a contract. You build these relationships. These are all human beings as well. We must not forget. So that's the problem. The problem is it's yet another door that's closing with a new one opening. That's the problem. You get it? So, yeah. Selling Gakpo is a mistake. Our club will be fine. We will always be okay. Relax, guys. By the way, if you're over 40, get your colonoscopy done at least once every 4 years. We appreciate the medical advice in terms of we will be okay. Okay, then don't expect Iraola to win the league, which is the next topic, which I want to talk about then. Don't put extra pressure on the manager then if you're going to do the whole, we'll be okay. Okay, no problem then. Top 4 it is. I really feel for Iraola. Pella is in for it, sadly. Yes, I do feel for him too.
It's bad.
I won't be, trust me, I won't be one of the people that blames him unless
hell
there's
no.
disastrous. Unless it's disasters happening on the football pitch, like where he plays a right back at DM and a DM at striker or something.
Can't do that.
Unless that's happening, we know who we're all focused on this season. You best believe, because there are no more scapegoats. We are getting Zabarnia. We're getting Minteh, God forbid. Sam gets mad when I tell the truth. He doesn't like the truth. We are getting a Division 2 right back from Spain. I don't care which right back we get. I really don't. As long as he's a right back and he's solid and he's a 7 out of 10, it doesn't bother me. Not every backup needs to be 10 out of 10 the next Cafu, like, with all due respect. Like, he can be just a solid option for 7 million or something. I don't mind.
Albert, who's the right back? Is it Ratiu? Who's the right back? I'm interested.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the Vallecano kid.
Yeah,
Was he wearing another team's jersey? Sad times is what Sean is
It's
saying.
Ronaldinho, by the way. Ronaldinho. I mean, I support the big players.
Shawnee, there's no way you get upset about Barca, bro. Come on, man. Barcelona and Liverpool are very similar, by the way. Read up on the history. Catalonia. You get me?
I don't care.
Just like you say, Scouse not English. They say Catalan, not Spanish. If Iraola ain't baby Klopp,
Ain't no
we're
shame with
screwed,
Ronaldinho.
basically. You know this. You know what? I'm actually going to start off with your super chat in the next section. We haven't defended a trophy in 42 years.
There you go.
He's not wrong.
2 steps forward,
There
10
is
steps
no
back.
way this
2
is a
steps forward,
legitimate
10 steps.
statistic.
There you go.
That
It's the truth. It's
Barnes,
the
you're
truth.
on mute.
Am I on mute?
I think that's
Now
true.
we can hear you.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Usam
Though.
is absolutely right. The last time we defended a trophy was in the 1980s, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
So we haven't even ever defended an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup. Like nothing.
Can't remember, mate. Honestly.
Oh my God, man. I have no words. That's actually mental. That's actually a mental stat. 42 years.
They ain't done not even a League Cup. Surely we've done a League Cup.
Do you know what the mad stat is there? Liverpool have never defended a trophy since 1984, I believe.
Yeah, 84.
We haven't defended a trophy since 1984, but we won the most
84.
trophies in England. So either everyone else is dog shit, or defending trophies don't matter as much. People think.
Or it's really hard to do.
Yeah.
City seems to do it.
They're new kids
Get
in the block.
right back and
Tottenham
winger.
did it. Tottenham did
Sell
it before
nobody.
us.
D. Freeman for sporting director. Who's this? Doug Freeman.
Doogie Freeman.
Dougie
Yeah,
Freeman.
Dougie Freeman's,
Crystal Palace, isn't it? Crystal Palace.
It don't matter who the sporting director is if you haven't
If you haven't got the backing, yeah. You're right, Joe.
Is he Crystal Palace?
Yeah, man.
Ain't it Doug Freeman?
Yeah, that's ex-striker for
I
Crystal
might
Palace.
be
yeah.
wrong, but
Yeah,
let
it's
me
Doug
know in the
Freeman.
chat.
Oh yeah, they just say Dougie,
Edwards is the
Scottish.
best in business. Madrid, Chelsea, United, Arsenal wanted him, but we couldn't even get him a second club. Multi-club is the way forward. Disagree with you. Multi-club was the way forward. It's no longer the way forward. I don't have a problem with FSG not getting multi-club at all. That's by the way, I'm the guy that I can use any reason to criticize FSG I want. I can bring you the list this big. This is not one of the reasons. I'll tell you why. They're already pulling the leg of the Chelsea Strasbourg thing. They're pulling the leg of the City Girona thing. They're doing all these things because they want to stop this whole situation, you know, about like
Didn't something happen to Crystal Palace or
Yeah.
something in the Europa League? And that as well?
it's
Because
just
I
it's
think
just-
something like
yeah, the Crystal Palace Europa League thing actually. It's not the way forward.
Not the first grass to them. They swapped
Yeah.
competitions,
Yeah.
didn't they?
FIFA are trying to make it illegal, basically.
Okay.
My honest question is, why didn't they just make Edwards the sporting director then and just keep it stepping? I don't get it.
He didn't want that
He
job.
didn't
did
want
They
it.
want it. They want it.
He didn't want a
They
job,
want it.
Sam.
Oh well, it is what it is. Rush was bought and made to sit on the bench while Jimmy Case was still the main striker. That's how we operated.
Jimmy Case.
Yes, that's amazing.
Johnson, innit?
50 years ago,
It's Johnson.
when
Facts.
players didn't have social media and players used to smoke cigarettes at halftime
And drink
that used to
drinks.
run. Exactly. This
Them
doesn't
days
run
are done,
anymore.
man.
Because
Days are
players
done.
have social media and marketing teams, and I'm gonna use the shittest player in the Premier League as an example, Alejandro Garnacho. He left
I thought
Man
you
United
I thought
to
you
go
said
start
Saka.
at Chelsea. Despite him being crap, the fact that he doesn't start at Chelsea now makes him want to leave Chelsea. Very simple. I'm using the worst player possibly in the whole league, by the way.
By the way,
Can
could you
Can he
imagine
play
if
on the
social
right
media?
wing?
Oh God, no. Can you
Can he
imagine
play
if?
right wing?
I'd rather play.
I'd rather have him than Minteh.
I'd rather Minter every day of the week.
I'd say he's
Minter's a good
worse
player, man. I would. If social media was around when Ian Rush left the Juventus and we bought a striker from Oxford United,
Ooh,
everyone would have melted. The world would have melted down.
my
wouldn't it?
friend. Yeah.
The world would have melted down. So, yeah, times have moved on, man. Times have moved on.
Mhm.
Bro, what the hell are you doing in the chat? Guys, can you ban people like this, please?
How did that?
Why are you
the
mocking
hell?
people dying?
Oh,
Hello,
weird.
mods. Wake
What's
up instead
going
of
on?
scratching your balls.
Yeah, he got banned. He got banned.
He needs to be
Yeah, by
banned.
me.
Scumbag, mate.
Oh, you banned him? Okay.
Yeah.
He banned him.
Minteh, Zabania, and possibly 30-year-old Jared Bowen. These are dark times for LFC. But on the bright side, you can always enjoy some Sharky ball as a neutral. Yeah, maybe my fellow panelists are neutral to Man City. I ain't neutral. I can't stand Man City. And
Savini.
guess what?
I
Unless
can't
it's-
stand him either.
Unless
I hate
it's Man
Arsenal
United
more.
or Chelsea you're coming up against, I won't be backing you anyway.
I don't mind Jared Bowen as a backup. Like Jared Bowen is backup to Isaac. I'm all right with that.
Look,
I like
I
Jared
don't know if
Bowen.
you. I don't know about you. I don't know if the Diamande thing is completely dead yet, because there's rumours going around now. I don't know if it's completely true that PSG are close to buying Ferran, another attacker. So
Who, sorry?
Ferran from
PSG.
Barcelona.
yeah, apparently so.
Ex-Man.
Ferran Torres.
Yeah, apparently so.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So, like,
Oh, I like
if
him.
that
I like
if that rumor is true as well, I don't know. I don't know if the Diamande thing is completely dead right now. I really don't.
Okay,
It
fair
makes
enough.
sense, 'cause I ain't
speak
heard
about
nothing
that
else.
now. That's the next topic for me. Big up to all of you guys. Guys, we've got almost 800 players.
And they want
800 players.
150 for
We've got
Barcola, was
almost 800 people watching us. Please do hit the like button and subscribe. Don't forget to go follow.
Salah had a
all-
better season than him last season.
Guys, can I
Salah
segue
got
the
more GA
segment, please?
than
Go ahead,
Barcola last
Usam.
season.
Can I segue the segment, please? I'm going to promote you guys. Make sure guys are liking and subscribing. Go subscribe to all the guys as well. The links are on the description. Fozzy TV, Liverpool Chats TV, KMAC channel, Famzone TV for wanting Nunes back. Bajan Reds TV as well for wanting Nunes back. We'll go give him a subscription. You get to subscribe to all their channels. Hit the like button over here and subscribe as well. The link to my Instagram is in the pin. The link to my
Nothing wrong with Nunes.
Stop it.
Bring him back.
The link to my Instagram is in the pinned comment as well at Don Hussam6. So go give me a follow over there. I'm actually gonna start off the section. When you say, if Iraola ain't baby Klopp, we're screwed basically. Habibi, Klopp couldn't fix Ozan Kabak. He couldn't fix Ben Davies. He couldn't fix Nunes. He couldn't fix the players. He couldn't fix Naby Keita.
He had to throw Nunes in there.
Guys,
You had to.
if
You
you're
had to do
crap,
that. You had to.
if you're crap, you're crap. Jokes aside. When we say Iraola needs to be baby Klopp, yeah, Iraola needs to improve Victor Munoz, but at the end of the day, Akia and everyone, Victor Munoz is Victor Munoz. We're not signing Michael Olise, are we? We're signing Victor Munoz. So what is my expectations on what? Like 5 goals and 2 assists in the league? Like what am I supposed to expect? Like am I supposed to expect to tear him apart? Iraola is a fantastic manager. I made Judge Mo doubt his own opinion. After the City Bournemouth game, he came to me and he went like, I understand why you want Iraola now. He's a fantastic coach. He came up against Man City, dominated them, and should have won the game like 5-1, bro. He absolutely dominated Pep Guardiola with a way more insignificant team than the one Pep has. He's a fantastic coach, but at the end of the day, every coach needs the tools.
Yep.
And I'm going to give a very simple example. Alexander Isak is injury prone. Ekitike is out until February.
Not
Ekitike is
February,
out
all
until February,
season.
March, possibly with
All
an MCL. It could be even worse. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It could be even worse. You look at the forward line situation. We don't have a starting level right winger. That's why Jamie's bringing up Diomande. Maybe it can still happen. I'm not ruling it out completely, but I think it's highly unlikely. You look at the other winger we linked with Minteh. Absolutely, like for me, Minteh is equivalent to Nunes. You guys know how much I dislike Nunes. I've watched Brighton beat Chelsea 3-0, and Minteh still look like the worst player on the pitch. He does not suit a team that's playing against low blocks. He doesn't suit a team that's going to be playing against defensive sides. He doesn't suit it. He suits like a Brentford. He suits a Brighton where they're counter-attacking, where they've got space. Even when Madueke, when he was comparing himself to Saka, he says Saka can operate in tight spaces. Me, I need spaces. He said that indirectly, basically, in the England camp. So there's a difference between being a winger for Brighton who operate a lot of space. I agree with this completely, by the way. Minteh is literally another Elanga. So for me, when we're looking at the options, that's why I think Barcola for 115, 110 million is actually worth it. Because if Barcola comes in, just for the sake of argument, let's say Saka's better than him. Objectively, there's no other better winger in the whole league. Like objectively speaking, not a single winger you could put to Barcola's level. So you immediately have at least one of the best wingers in the whole league compared to Minteh, who's one of the worst. So I just think we keep mentioning Iraola's name, but he is not given the tools, in my opinion. Conor Bradley's out. He's out for a significant period.
Yep.
There's reports that he'll return at the end of the season, but guys, his knee was almost cut off like 6 months ago. What are we doing here, bro? Like and anyway, he's injury prone, so we need a right back. Midfield, McAllister linked to Madrid again. Curtis Jones, 30 million euros Inter are willing to pay. Tell them to go do one immediately. Tell them to go
Give
do
him
one.
70 million if you want Curtis Jones.
Bro, 30 million nowadays is what, like 5 million 10 years ago, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
but what are we doing here? I ain't gonna pay that much money I ain't gonna sell Curtis Jones for that less. You look at the forward line, Cody Gakpo considering leaving as well. We are in trouble. And I guess this is the next topic in terms of outgoings and incomings. And I start off with Fozzie on this one before we open the floor up. Fozzie, you've always called out this ownerships for the transfers and the incomings and the outgoings and stuff like this. How do you see this transfer window in terms of players panning out?
Bro, I don't know. I really don't know, man. Because you know, in the beginning of the transfers, like we were speaking about Barcolas and Diamande. Now we're talking about Bowen and Minteh. You know what I mean? So I have no idea, bro. They need to do miracles, like to get the transfer that we need, because there's nothing out there that apart from, like you said, Barcola. Okay, Barcola, what is it, 150? While we like, if we need a player like that, why don't we just go and get the player? It doesn't matter about the finance. You know what I mean? It's what makes the club better. So get a player that could make your club better. He can improve our squad. He can improve us in attacking, areas. So go and get that player. In the right wing, I have no idea, bro. I've got no idea who they're going to get in the right wing because there ain't that many out there. I said Ryan, and everybody said, yeah, but he's going to be worth 130. I said, why don't you just be smart in that, yeah? Do a exchange. Harvey Elliott's not wanted at Liverpool anymore. Maybe Bournemouth will take that and we'll just pay 80 million or something like that on the side. Maybe you could get something like that just to get the player to Liverpool early. Imagine getting these two players at Liverpool Football Club and it improves you and it makes you challenge for the league title. Does that money really matter? No. So if you can get that, go and do it. That's how I see things, if you know what I mean. And we need a DM. We definitely need a DM in this team. But are we going to go and get one? I don't know. Because since Fabinho left, we haven't replaced him. So we're still waiting around for a DM. Do we need a right back? Hell yeah. Like you just said, Bradley is injury prone. Nobody trusts Frimpong. So we actually do need a right back. We need to get someone that's going to be consistently fit and someone that could actually do something on the right side, defend as well as attack as well. So there's a lot of areas we need to fix up. But the thing is, I don't know where we're going because there's no plan I see right now that we're going to get all those players. I'm just stuck. Honestly, I'm stuck in regards to transfer, guys. Because all we're doing right now is making up transfers. There's no actual true reality into any direction that we're going.
Look, I agree with Jamie. I think this transfer window going to be pretty quiet, to be honest with you. There's way too much stuff going on in the front office, on the pitch. I mean, there's way too much. I think it might be a situation that Areola is going to be assessing his squad to see who he wants and so forth before Liverpool even make any moves in this team. And maybe some youngsters can be incorporated. Who knows?
Can I ask you a question, Beijing?
Yeah.
Did you ever think to yourselves, maybe this was planned? You know what I mean? Getting a coach that we like this, a miracle kind of worker. And they already knew these guys in the hierarchies were leaving. That's why they got someone like this that can work with anything. Do you get what I'm saying, Beijing? Maybe this was planned ahead. Maybe this was the plan all along. Getting someone like this in that could do miracles with whatever players that he has, while you're fixing up the backroom stuff and all that stuff. Maybe this was the plan.
It could very well be the plan, Fozzie. It could very well be the plan. But the question I have for all of these, all you guys here in the chat is, the price for these players has gone to an insane amount of money and level. Like, are we all in inflation period? So the players' numbers now are price tags? Is that what it is? What's that? I just asked the question because your numbers.
I think we're gonna have to pick and choose where we spend the money, basically.
Yeah, everybody seems to be 100 million these days. Everybody.
Yes, but guess what? You guys ain't ready for this. You know who's making the smart signings? Fucking Man United. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it.
I like that Santos kid, by the way.
The Ederson situation is not working out for them. You know who they're going to go get? Manu Kone for 50-60 million. Done.
That's right what I want in Liverpool, man.
We need a six, I agree.
Player problem
why don't
solved.
We go and get Ederson? Why don't we go and get Ederson then? Like, if they can't get it over the line, like, why don't we go and get him? Like there's players out
wrong
there
with that midfielder area.
So obviously the players that we need, and we just never seem to do it. I mean, like, we need a right back. We need another central defender, potentially on the right hand side, or maybe even on the left hand side. Like, you can cover kind of both areas, really. For me, I'd be more than happy to have Virgil with Gomez as his backup. That's fine for me. And then you have a good right-sided centre back, and then you loan out Leone because the guy's not played any football, and he can be like our Saliba.
Loan out Leone.
He goes on 2 loans and then comes back and goes in.
Just quickly, guys. I love when people call me out.
Like that.
You keep saying Brighton beat Chelsea 3-0 and Minteh was the worst one, but you don't mention Minteh scored 2 goals against Chelsea and destroyed the fullbacks. So now, if I'm gonna disprove you, I'm going to show you factually what happened in that game. You're going to apologize in the chat. And if not, I'm going to ban you because you keep lying. Now, here you go. Here we go. People find it comfortable lying. This is the Brighton 3-0 Chelsea game that I'm referencing, where Brighton beat Chelsea 3-0. Yalla, where's the 2 goals? Where's the 2 goals? Tell me. Here we go. This is Minteh right here. Chances created 0. Shots on target 0. Shots off target 0. Blocked shots 1. Accurate crosses 0 out of 5. Accurate long balls 0 out of 1. Where's the assist? Where's the assist? Where's the goal? Say sorry right now because you keep lying on my. Every single time you accuse me of lying, why don't you apologize for lying then? Go on. Say sorry. Where's the goal? Where's the assist?
The worst stat there.
Bad.
And all of them 0, 0, 0.
There you go.
That is bad.
Yeah, I'm the liar though, right? I'm the liar. 3-0 win against Brighton, and you look against Chelsea, and you look like he looked worse than Caicedo in that game, and he was trash. Caicedo.
That's bad.
There you are.
That's bad.
There you are. Oh, look who looks shit. Yeah, talk now, mister. Go ahead, yalla. Here, I'm gonna start your comment. Say I'm sorry for lying.
I'll tell you
Because
what.
if people feel comfortable, no, because guys, you're all content creators. People feel comfortable in the chat to lie on our names and to call us out and say dumb shit. But when you prove that what you're saying is not a lie and it's the truth, they're like, they just, this guy will stop commenting all of a sudden. Bro, I know what I'm talking about with Minteh. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Here's this is the boy that you want. This is the guy that you want this season. Brighton. 3 goals, 4 assists. In 3,000 minutes played, 2,500 minutes played for one of the most attacking teams in the league. Allow it, bro.
Listen, Hussein, you know what's bad?
Because I hate when people act like I don't rate a player for just no reason. Like as if I just woke up one day and went like,
But
oh yeah, I'm gonna have an agenda against Minteh. Why should I have an agenda against Minteh? For what? Who's Minteh in the grand scheme of football? Just another guy.
But the thing is, with Minteh, like the thing with Minteh is, if he can't do it at Brighton, what makes you think he's gonna do it at Liverpool?
But it's like
the stage is bigger. You're gonna be marked out. You're gonna be, limited to chances. So if you can't do it at Brighton, there's no way you could do it at Liverpool. So there's no point even having that conversation about Minteh. Just let it go.
The thing about it though is like nobody's linked with this guy but us consistently.
Because he's shit.
Desperation, isn't it? Desperation, bro.
There's no right wingers.
Can I just say, Brighton did beat Chelsea 3-0 and Minteh scored 2 goals and Matoba got the other one.
Yeah, in 2025.
There was a game, so maybe you meant that. That, to be fair.
But then don't say I'm lying. Why are you saying I'm lying then?
Yeah.
But
I'm not lying. The game that I said it factually happened. And also, guess what? Minteh at Brighton got outscored by Welbeck, Diego Gomez, and Hinchelwood. So, yeah, that's the guy that you want to join.
I was watching, Jamie, you remember Kopish and someone on the Kopish team pull up a stat on Minteh, it was Matt. What was his pass percentage completed in all of football? It was in his 6th percentile or some crap like that. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, for a winger, and your pass completing percentage is in the 6th percentile. That's horrendous. That's just not good.
The thing is, though, we are consistently linked to those type of players. Like we're linked with João Gomez.
It's desperation, K-Mac. That's what.
Like João Gomez again. Like how many times do we have to get linked with a guy that gets relegated? Like Minteh, no one's linked with Minteh but us every single year. Like, by the way, Jared Bowen's always linked with us every year as well, by the way.
Yep.
So it does just seem like it's just an easy one. Like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll just... Who can we link Liverpool with?
But what is it? But
search on Google, and then it's like those 3.
No, but what is that there, though? Because we keep on turning our nose up to certain players, yeah? All right, Diamonde's gone, Barcola's 150. Where do we go from there, then? Because there's a lot of noses getting turned up, but there's no solutions. Like,
but I would rather take a risk on a player that's like at least shown it a little bit. A player that's at least played in the Champions League, a player that has some form of quality, a player that has a good first touch.
He's talking about
Just so you know, Dean, Minteh is literally known as at right wing. That's who Minteh
I'm not saying Minteh, but I'm just saying because this is what it is. We always turn our nose up to everything, but there's no solutions. I'd rather have Minteh than no one. Right
but I'm not turning up my nose because if you ask me who do I want at centre back, I say Lacroix. He's a Crystal Palace centre back. He's not like amazing, but he's Premier League experience. He's 50-60 million. I'd take him all day.
I know about right wing. What's on the market right now? We can go and
me personally, I'd pay the money for Barcola. I think it's completely worth it. And with Barcola, what would happen is we would rotate. I know, but we would rotate. So in game, you would have like Gakpo, Barcola, Munoz, Rio, whoever is playing, rotate, play here 15 minutes, play here 15 minutes, and it would be a fluid system. The only one in the team that would have the same exact spot is Isak. For me, the rest have to be fluid. Like, it can't be just stale, same exact thing in the same exact place.
What? I've had this argument since the start of what does everyone? What do you think we want to play like next season? I think everyone's got to get this idea of how Liverpool played under Klopp and Slot in the first year. Wrap that up, put it to bed, and never think about it again. Because that's not how Liverpool want to play under Iraola. We have got to get the best out of Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz.
Yeah.
So they want to build a team around them two to get the best out of them, which means looking for wingers that are not like what we've had before. They want wide players who can play out wide, can keep the pitch nice and wide, starting the touch lines, are very, very pacey, can take on a fullback, go on the inside, go on the outside. Maybe not the best creative players in the world, but they create in space and opportunities for the creative players then to work. You know, everyone keeps talking about low blocks. We bought Wirtz for low blocks. He couldn't be creative last season because we had no width and no pacing behind. Yeah, everyone was towards the ball. Everyone was towards the ball. You can't have a creative player doing his thing when everyone's towards the ball. You have to make space and room. So Liverpool have got to look at the market, the way they want to play going forward, and get the wide players that are going to do that job. You know, so I'm not bothered about getting a winger that scored 30 goals a season. I don't want my winger
That's
to
gone,
outscore.
man. That's gone.
Yeah,
man.
I don't need my winger to outscore my main striker. We
Yeah,
need
man.
to feed these guys. We need to get the best out of Wirtz. We can't waste, all the money we spent on them two players.
I agree with
the
you.
best out of them. So we need to
100%,
look
man.
for wide players. So when people keep sticking their nose up to players,
Yeah.
Minteh might not be the best footballer in the world, but if you get a good, say you get Barcola on the left, yeah, and you get Minteh on the right, do you know what you've got straight away? You've actually got really good balance in your attacking third. You've got good balance. You've got your elite level on the left-hand side, but you've got Minteh on the right. Both very explosive, very quick, can both take on a fullback, yeah? Barcola gets told that his finishing isn't good enough, but he can be creative. Minteh's not the greatest, maybe assister in the world, but the space that he will open up with his pace will help players like Wirtz, will help players like Curtis Jones, will help players like Szoboszlai find that space that was never there before for them and be the creative linchpins in that midfield, and get goals from there. We have got to look at this differently than we've looked at different windows before.
Yeah.
And go on. And the other thing that I fucking get pissed off.
I agree with you. I just don't
And it
rate
does
Minteh.
you don't have to rate him. It's cool. And the only thing, I'm not saying buy him. I'm just giving examples.
Your overall idea, I
Yeah.
agree with. It's just
It's
I
a
want
good
a
idea,
different.
I
And
do
the
as
one
well.
thing that
Guy
pisses
who's
me off,
technical,
and the one thing that pisses me off, and it pisses me off something massively, right? People that bring up players all the time and they've never fucking watched them. Right, drives me mad. Right, I had someone the other day. Oh, we can't get Minteh. His fucking GA is terrible. I tell you what, I really like that Nusa guy. Looked at his stats. Shit.
Shit.
Terrible.
Rubbish.
Yeah.
Shit. Because
Rubbish,
they watched him
guys.
3 times. No, I go to I'm on one now. I'm going to finish. I go to the World Cup, yeah, right? A lot of people see Diomande for the first time in this World Cup, right? No, not that good. Don't like him. Not great first touch. Not really that good, yeah. Right? So you've never seen Ryan, and I'm not even going to go at you about this, Fozzie. I'm just picking a player. Say you pick Ryan, yeah, right? You never saw him that much for Bournemouth in the Premier League, but Liverpool linked to him. You had a look at him in the World Cup. Diomande shit all over him in the World Cup. He was the far better winger, right? But people don't want to spend 130 million on Diomande, but they go, oh, I can't wait to break his release clause in January for 130 million for Ryan. What does fucking Ryan do? He's slow. He's not particularly quick or explosive for me.
I agree with you on Ryan.
I just don't.
I don't think he's that slow, guys.
I don't get it. We want here's what I am going on, right? I just want players that will fit Iraola's system and the style he wants to play with the right people. So I want quality. I'm not saying I want shit players just because they fit his system. That's not what I'm saying. You still got to be a good footballer, yeah? But I think a good footballer in the right system becomes a great footballer. I think a great footballer in the wrong system looks awful.
Right,
saw that last season.
and I think that's what happened to a lot of our players last season. I think a lot of our players looked awful last season
Bigger
because they're
drift.
trying to do a job that was shit for their system. You know, so I'm all about that. Let's get players that fit what Iriola want to do. Yeah. Sometimes the signing's not a bit sexy.
You know what is, Jay? You know what frustrates me? You know what frustrates me, guys? Like the way we talk about players, like it has to be a left-footed player on the right, a right-footed player on the left. What's the matter with having like people with the right foot on the right? You know what I mean? I don't understand what the issue is.
The inverted thing.
Yeah, just like invert the player if you have to. Because don't forget, Iriola actually plays fullbacks overlapping, so it can work. So like Hussam said, if it's the only winger we can get like Barcola, put him on the right. You know what I mean? And we could actually fix the other areas. And then the season after, we could go and get the other winger or something like that. You know what I mean? Just, have a progression in place for you to get better every season. So if you start with Barcola on the right, who knows? He might do well. I've seen him play for PSG on the right and he's done all right. So I think this mindset of players, because this foot and that foot, I think we've been brainwashed too much with this kind of action.
I agree.
I think we need to move away from that. Just go back to something like that to see if it fits the system. It's like Jamie said, you've got a striker as the focal point now. It does not matter what foot player you got on the wings now. So as long as you could supply the actual player, like you guys, like Bajan said in the 80s, we had Ray Houghton. Ray Houghton wasn't a winger. Ray Houghton was an attacking midfielder who was on the right, but he was getting in the box scoring goals. So Gakpo can do that. You know what I mean? So you could actually do this fluidity that Hussam is talking about as well. Change players up if things don't work out. So just have a platform where you could develop every season, if you know what I mean. So listen, the 150 million, it doesn't bother me as long as it's making the team better and make us compete next season. What's the problem with the money spending?
By the way, under Iriola, I've seen like Krupi play on the right. He's right.
Is Semenyo left-footed, Hussam? No, he's not.
Semenyo left-footed.
He's right-footed.
Notion that we've got to put. This is why when I say like, oh, who's the right winger, Hussam? By the way, I'm keeping Gakpo. In my scenario, it's Gakpo, Rio, Munoz, Barcola. I
swear the Qatar World Cup, Gakpo was somewhere on the right or something. He was coming in late in the box scoring headers and that for Holland.
Yeah,
so he can't play that.
What I'm saying is, guys, we need to understand the situation can be fluid. What Jamie said about this whole Salah thing, he's right. I'm not buying any right winger putting Salah expectation. Just like in the summer, next summer, I'm not buying any centre back putting Van Dijk expectation. It's impossible. So let's push that to the side and let's think objectively here. If I just get Barcola on the wings, and during a game, by the way, this is something Iriola does anyway. Fozzie and Jamie just spoke about it.
Yes.
When it comes to during the game, it's okay. Barcola will play there for 10 minutes, and then Rio will play there for 10 minutes, and then we will have a fluid situation where the fullback doesn't know what the hell he's gonna do, how he's gonna defend. That's how PSG, by the way, beat teams. Desiree Doué plays on the right.
Doué plays on the right. Doué plays on the right.
Yeah. He's right-footed. Kvara plays on the right-hand side sometimes. He's right-footed. So does Barcola. Dembele is the only one who's like he's ambidextrous. He's right and left. Like 5-star, like just unbelievable player. But the rest of them all, like they're right-footed and they played on the right. Isn't
like a lot of people in the chat are saying, Hussam, look at Mane started on the right.
Mane was on the right, and he's right-footed.
Mane started on the right.
Play of the season.
Kanglian left-footed, I swear, and I've seen him be on the left as well for PSG. Like they don't care about this whole cut in and shoot
so
stuff.
Brainwashing
and the other
shit,
point
man.
Fozzie spoke on, bro. I promise you guys now, Iriola is not gonna ask Kerkez to invert.
No.
So you see that space that we left on the wings for no reason. Kerkez will be over there anyway. So we will have that connection. So what I'm saying is people are so stuck on this whole like, get me a right winger who can play on the right all the time. But why, Habibi Adi? In game, 50 minutes this guy, 50 minutes that guy, 50 minutes this guy, rotational, fluid. Hell, you want to know something? And one of the reasons why I want to keep Cody Gakpo, if Isak wants to go play on the left for a little bit while I put Gakpo down the middle, I don't mind it. Run it, bro. Run it. Create positive chaos. Create an element of where the defenders don't know what to do. Run it, bro.
It's last season. Last season, we all love Mo Salah, who fucking don't, but he was coming to the end, weren't he? Right? And Cody was just having, I don't know what was happening to Cody last season. But how predictable were we? We had two wingers
that cut inside.
Just cut inside. And look, Mo was more creative with it because he's Mo, right? And sometimes he's hard to stop. But
you can keep Mo quiet in the game when he continuously plays like that. And the same with Cody. And when you continuously play like that, and you've got two wingers always cutting inside to use their stronger foot, and then you're apparently this quality creative midfielder inverts, and you're wondering why he's not finding room. You're wondering why him and McAllister are basically standing next to each other because
you clog in the middle.
Everything's a clog. Yeah, it's just clogged up.
Yeah.
If you go and get like Sam and everyone's just saying, go and get them two wingers that are very happy to play right and left in a game and swap over. Isak likes going off the left sometimes. Like Munoz. What if we're playing Munoz? Munoz goes into the middle. Isak goes off the left for a little bit. Whoever's playing right is playing right. We're less predictable. Look at Bournemouth. If you watch Bournemouth under Iriola, Semenyo before he left used to play right or left. Right. Yeah. One half he'd play on the right. Second half he's playing on the left.
Depends where he gets the joy. Yeah.
Yeah, and because he's both-footed.
Yeah.
Krupi, who could play 10, sometimes played off the left, sometimes and it always kept people guessing. Evan Nilsson would then pop up in little areas out of nowhere and stuff like that. And Christie would always be on the edge of the box. If you notice that, go back.
Yeah.
Christie's there,
always taking shots.
He's always on the edge of the box because he's always free, breaking into the box because their wingers are impactful and quick. And making up so much room,
and it's not too predictable for the opposition, is it? They don't know what to prepare for. When you're playing against them, they don't know what to prepare for because they don't know what player is playing where. So that's what you got to do. You got to confuse the opposition, and that's what Bournemouth do.
As Jamie's point, you can't be predictable because if they know you're going to cut inside, it's easy to defend against, 100%. But if you have the old school way of playing football, and you have a right-footed guy on the right hand side. Now you can get and if they bomb on the wing, you can get more crosses in. Opportunity for striker to put away balls. Opportunity for your 10 to get balls at the edge of the box. It's a different way of playing and free flow and swap if you want to do, like Jamie's saying. There's different ways to do it, but everyone's so systematically used to at this football club for this cutting in because we have Mohamed Salah for the last 9 years that they're used to it and they think that's the only way you can play. You don't. You can play different ways. There's various
Today,
ways.
Callum asked me the question. When I, as an example, I mentioned Lacroix. He's like, so you're saying Lacroix is Van Dijk level? Habibi, you know who's Van Dijk level? Fucking Saliba. I'm not going to get Saliba.
No, okay? Not even him.
You know who's prime Salah level? Like who? Yamal, Mbappe, Olise. None of them are gettable, bro.
No, the elite are the elite. They're off the table.
By the way, there's another problem upcoming as well that I want you guys to think about. Alisson Becker. When he goes, who the hell?
Oh, we're fucked, mate.
Let me tell you what's going to happen, yeah?
There's no one.
We will get a one-on-one against us. And the opposition player will score. And everyone's going to go like, oh, Alisson Becker. Bro, Alisson is a phenomenon. But I have non-Liverpool fans saying Alisson is as good as Petr Cech and Van der Sar and shit. Like, I can't get that every second. Like, you guys complain about Mamardashvili. I'm sat here going like, shit, like, I don't even think he's that bad, guys. Like,
no, it's just the drop off.
He's just not Alisson, which is okay to not be.
Drop off is crazy, though.
The drop off is crazy.
Yeah, but you can't judge
him. Alisson's such a good level, isn't it? You can't. The thing is, Addison is he's one of generational goalkeepers.
Yeah,
he's one.
That's why we bought him for that much money, didn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
If you want the best, you got to pay. You got to pay.
What do you expect?
I just want
now. Who else is out there though? Who else? What other goalkeepers are out there?
I think we're underestimated Mamardashvili. I honestly think that. I know he's got a kicking issue and all that stuff, but listen, that's his first, you know, like the thing is,
I don't know
the thing is, and coming off the line, I know, but the thing is, guys, like that's his first season in the Premier League. Let the guy, give him a chance. Let him, develop as a goalkeeper. Judging him on one season, it's not the way. Let me give you an example. Kelleher, when he conceded 23 goals in 29 K-Mac, I don't judge players on one season, mate. I'll wait. I've seen a lot of players judged on one season. Salah left for Fiorentina, came back a different player. You know what I mean? De Bruyne went somewhere else, came back a different player. So we can't really judge players on that. You got to give them a chance, in my opinion. I've seen Kelleher come into Liverpool team struggle when he first arrived, and he was getting beat by any shot. And then look at the goalkeeper he became afterwards.
I remember that game.
This is his first season at Liverpool, and it's been a terrible season, by the way. You know what I mean? There's no defensive, qualities in front of him. There's no actual players that's doing anything well in front of him. So I can't really judge him on that. Give him time, man. You never know. Players can improve, right? That's what football is all about. You just got to give them time.
Big up,
I think
Drift.
I think judging Mamardashvili like that is harsh, man. I honestly think that.
He conceded 23 goals in 29 games. So
Yeah, but look how. Tell me, K-Mac, tell me 3 players that played well last season, mate. Go on.
3.
Give me just 3. Just 3. Just 3.
Ekitike, Kirkez, and
Did
Virgil.
Kirkez start well?
No, Kirkez definitely wasn't on the play well list. I'd say Soboslai.
I just wanted to.
So no player can come out with the flying colours here.
End of list.
I just wanted to switch track because, like, everybody's talking about attackers, and look, we do understand that we did sign Isaac and Wirtz to replace Salah's goals, so that's the reason why they were signed. Like, everybody does understand that. So we've definitely got goals and assists in the team, but the biggest problem we've got is the midfield and the right back position. Like,
I'm gonna whisper
absolute
this.
disaster.
Because I know there are options
you.
watching.
I agree.
I'm gonna whisper something. I'm worried about Wirtz next season. I am, because this is the listen. The guy needs to step up now, guys. Listen, there's only so much.
We tried to avoid this name, man. We didn't say it.
Only so much panel shows I could defend Wirtz on, where I don't feel like I'm lying.
There's a problem.
It is a worry, bro. It is a worry.
Listen,
Florian, we're gonna get this shit rolling now. You know,
Sam, I'm with you because I've been defending him, and I know I'm like.
Didn't he?
I can't defend it any longer.
Didn't he create more chances than anybody else apart from Bruno Fernandes last season? Like,
but
does
come on,
everyone
Kenneth,
actually look at the numbers?
You watch.
Like,
forget the numbers.
Like,
You watch them
if he
play.
hasn't got guys that can put it in the onion bag, is that down on him? Like, he probably should have had
watch
7
him.
assists.
Watch him play, bruv. Forget the numbers. Watch him play.
There is a worry. There is a worry.
There's a worry because he didn't look good for Germany either.
Yeah, man. There's a worry.
He did better.
I actually,
he got 3 assists.
Played well for Germany.
I don't worry about stats, K-Mac. I look at what he's doing on the pitch.
He did a lot, mate. If you look at the,
I think he was okay. I don't think he was good.
Mate,
He was okay. He was not bad. He wasn't great.
You know, like a
was anyone
standout.
from Germany really great, though? Was anyone from Germany really great?
And you know what shocked me? Nagelsmann played him left wing too. I think we need to put Wirtz left wing in the bag immediately. I need him middle. He can't be. I don't
have
want
to watch.
left wing.
It's hard to watch, bro. It's hard to watch, man.
Bro, Nagelsmann put him on the left like 3/4 of the games, man.
I can't watch him on the
He
left.
did a lot of
man.
tracking
I
back.
can't, man.
He was
That's why
on
the
the left,
dumbass got sacked, couldn't beat Paraguay.
Oh, man.
which was annoying me because I would just love coaches to just play him in his position in the middle of the park, in middle of the pitch. Stop with the left-sided nonsense. Or if you want to play him on the left, play him on the left, but in that half space, like what Coutinho used to play, and let him operate from there. But being on the left as like a winger, come on, you'd say it's taken away from his game.
Take away from the whole game, everything.
I think he could be like a Krupi next season for us. Like, plays behind the striker, kind of floats in the space, like moves left, moves right. I think he could be like a junior Krupi.
Yeah, but in order to play like Krupi, you have to play in Krupi's position, which is behind the striker, which is what we want.
He could do that.
Yeah, I know. I know he can. That's why I
He
don't
could
want
do
to
that. Look, and Donny's come in, and you know the first thing he's just gone is, I need to get the best out of Isaac and Wirtz. Like, those two.
Yeah.
Fact.
I can get those two cooking and just build an entire team around them.
Agreed.
Like, we're golden. Like, there's goals and assists galore if you can get those flying. But for me, that midfield and that right back position are scary. Are scary.
Hey, big up Drifty. Big up Drifty.
Hi,
Big up,
Drift.
big up.
Where
Red
are
light
you?
special. Red light special.
I recognize that couch.
Send location. Send location.
Get your minds out the gutter, lads. Get your minds
Dean,
out
why
the
is
gutter.
always you that wants the location?
ASL.
Dean always wants the location for these things. I
Have you
clocked
noticed
onto
that?
Dean,
Yeah,
you know?
it's true, you know.
Hey,
Don't make me remind you, Dean.
hey.
Oh, she's different. Don't make me remind you, yeah? Don't make me remind you. Drifty, talk to me, brother. What do you want to say?
Well, I was just listening in, man. You lot all right. The club's a mess. I've been a bit kind of like back and forth with the situation since the news broke, because someone was obviously filming earlier with the Hughes stuff. No, sorry, the Edwards stuff. And I just don't understand why we have owners who just continue to just trot along. We've said it for time. I remember when I got slewed last summer when people were like, come on, Drift, man, it's an agenda now. You're not FSG in. I said, that Dad can't come back for one Christmas and buy me something nice and then think I'm going to forget he's been gone for 30 years. That's not how it works. You know what I mean? Those 30 years he was gone, he might never get forgiven for. You know what I mean? And he's got to try every year now. Like 30 years is a long time. I'm a grown-up now. Do you know what I'm saying? So FSG can do the odd little splash in the cash, but it didn't fool me. And I'll be honest with you guys. I know maybe I'm just in my feelings. I've had a bad day because I haven't felt well today or whatever. But even the players they bought us, I look on it now and I'm like, you bought us the shit good players. Like you bought us the shit good players. Like I'm not gonna lie, you know what I mean? Like they didn't buy us the Killian. They didn't. You know, you're like, we didn't get Kvaratskhelia and we didn't get like Mbappe and like we got Verts and Issa, like they're good, but they're the shit good ones. Like people still doubt them and we're still and ahhing about whether they might even be good or not. Like if we had Kylian Mbappe, would anybody be like, I don't know, you know, this might not work. But with Issa, we're still like, I don't know, you know, this guy gets injured all the time. Like, what if this and what if that? And Florian Wirtz might be a transformer. Like maybe when he was in he was Optimus Prime and now he's bloody Bumblebee. I don't know, bro, but I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm worried. I'm worried, man. This club's a mess, man. This club is a mess. Only Liverpool. Only Liverpool.
Else. Hey, that's what we said, bro. It can only happen to us. We're the best at it.
Only us, man.
No, we got to live our life. This is what we are. We got to embrace it, bro. This is what we are, bro.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
Bro, we have to embrace it, bro. What else are we gonna do, bro? There's nothing we can do. How long you been? Hold on, Fozzie. How long you been? Fozzie, how long you been supporting Liverpool?
Over 40 years, bro.
Then you've been embracing it. Then you've been embracing it.
Yeah, I'm not going through mental health again, bro. I'm not going through mental health again. I ain't going through mental health again, man. Nah. I'm prejudging now. I'm trying to warn everybody. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get everyone on side. You know what I'm saying?
You love it, Fozzie. Otherwise, you'll be gone.
At least Fozzie and me got to see a clip of the glory days. You know, Fozzie, back in the 80s. At least we were around to see it with our own eyes. But look at what we said, Dean, earlier. Last time we defended a trophy was back to back was 1984, bro. That was the last time Liverpool did it.
Isn't that Joe Fagan's time?
That's
bloody
crazy.
Yeah, bro.
It's not even Kenny Dalglish's time. Goodness me.
That was Fagan. That was Fagan. Yeah, exactly.
That's sad, man.
Yeah.
You want to talk about back in the day, bro, yeah? Today I was watching this clip. I don't know if anyone saw it. It was on, I think it was going around on X. And basically it was like, when I hear Brazil, this is what I think of. And it was like the old school 2002 Brazil team, Ronaldinho, R9, popping it about. I don't know if you lot saw the clip. And I was watching it and I was like, I've known this and I've been saying this for years. But that clip just really drove it home today. Fuck football. Fuck the analysts, fuck the data staff, fuck everyone who tried to make this game a laptop game. I am so sick of this new age generation thinking they know ball. I'm sorry, they don't. They don't know ball. The way they've got everybody playing football, these new managers who've retired and now they want to like go into management and they think it's all about doing the structure and he must be here and he must cover this ground. And fuck every one of them who's made football the way it is now. Football is dead. I watched that clip and I knew that I was watching magic. I was watching entertainment. That is what football, and everybody wasn't Ronaldinho, but you would still get a Coventry trying to play ball. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is all this systemized bullshit now? Like, I can't take this shit no more, you know? I fell asleep during the Spain-Belgium game.
Sit through this, mate?
Did anyone watch Spain-Belgium? I fell asleep. What is all this back and forward, side to side, There ain't even a striker on the pitch. What the fuck am I watching? There ain't even strikers on the fucking pitch. What am I watching? I hate football.
Blame Arteta.
Bro, I hate football. I feel like I'm in an abusive relationship, but I have to stay because of the kids. I don't understand what is going on.
We've been brainwashed. That's what happened, man.
I hear it, bro. I hear it, Drifty, man. I hear it,
100%, mate.
Football's nasty right now.
Yeah, bro. It stinks, bro. It's disgusting. I fucking hate
it. Athletes and systems. If you're an athlete, you can be a footballer now, innit? You don't have to have no
100%.
magic. You could just be.
Mate, those
train.
people that didn't used to make it back in the day make it now, mate. That's
They
how
make
easy
it now
is.
because they're athletes.
Agreed.
I suppose I was born in the wrong age. I'll be a millionaire if I was born now.
Of course,
Yeah.
100%, bro. Mate,
My pace,
football
I was a
myself.
pressing monster, bro. With my pace, you got to tell me where to run. I'll do that for 180 grand a week. What? I've just got to chase him and then chase him and then chase him. I'll do that, bro. You get what I'm saying? Nah, this is crazy, man. This is
Football
crazy.
died a long time ago, man.
Yeah, I'm sick of it, bro.
I mean, the reason why I'm excited with Andoni is because I think he's probably going to bring back the siege mentality, the underdog, the way Liverpool have been for a long time with Jurgen. That's what I'm excited about, because it did get fucking robotic and boring and passed to death, and it was just horrible. Like under Arnie, football was basically the World Cup and tournament football.
Listen, agreed.
It's like watching Holland. It's like watching
agree.
Holland.
A lot of the teams came out. I was like, wait. Did Arne Slot call these coaches and says, hey, this is how you're supposed to play football? I was like, am I going back to the Twilight Zone? I just went through this torture all season, and this is why I'm watching right now a World Cup. I'm like, nah. It's bad.
Guys, look at two of the greatest footballing sides to ever exist: the Dutch and the Brazilian. Look at their football teams now, and look how drudged they are. Look how bad they are. Because the beautiful game has been stolen. They actually obviously Holland are in Europe, but they used to play that like South American type of football. They were like the Brazil of Europe. That was what they were even nicknamed, the Brazil of Europe. And you look at them now, and you're like, they've been Europeanized.
That's what's happened, bro. It's European football now. Everywhere.
It's
everywhere,
really
like the whole planet.
They said that in Brazil as well. They said
It's
that in
really
Brazil.
interesting you say that, because I think Cafu did an interview recently, and he basically said Brazil are never going to win the World Cup again if Brazilian players play in the Premier League.
They said that. They said that in Brazil. They actually said that in Brazil. They said that in Brazil. They said we might have to stop, playing the players that play in Europe and that stuff. We might have to just do homegrown and take it from there to play for Brazil.
Yeah, because there's no freedom.
I don't blame them for that.
There's no freedom. You're playing with no freedom. You're not special no more. Everyone else is.
It's too robotic, bro. It's too robotic. Man. It's dead football, man.
Right.
Not only that, look at the Ballon d'Or winners now. Rodri, Dembele. Come on, guys. Would they make the top 10 in the 90s? Would they make the top? Bro. Come on, let's be real.
They won't even make the top 30.
Baggios, Stoichkovs, Hughes, the list goes on. Like
Seedorf, Davids,
Van Basten, Hullet. Come on.
And nostalgia merchant Drifty.
No, but it's the truth. Bro, Hussam, the players are shit, bro. Hussam, let me say something to you. Bro. Listen, when I was growing up, Hussam, football was everything to me. I watched football in Ecuador. I watched any football. I was watching MLS, bro. I was watching MLS after the 1994 World Cup, doing penalty shootouts from the halfway line, bro, because there's no draws. I used to watch things like this. Now I don't want to watch it.
That's crazy. No draws is crazy though.
Shit,
penalties from halfway line.
Yeah, bro, that's what they used to do straight after the World Cup.
They've gone too far. They've gone too far.
Yeah.
But Dean, you know what? Think about it though. But if that's how football went back to now, no more of these pussies like Arsenal playing for draws and all this crap, bro. You got to come out and play ball, bro.
Drifty cannot help himself. He cannot help him.
He hates Arsenal, man.
It's always Arsenal somewhere.
Listen, I'm on the same wavelength as Drifty. I can't stand that.
Football's dead. Football's dead.
I don't like Arsenal even.
Look at Spain. Look at that Spain.
I can let you guys. This uncle energy is not giving.
Arsenal.
Hassan, you're part of the problem, bro. You're part of the problem,
bro. You guys think everything back in the day was better, bro. I'm not part of it.
100%. What are you talking about, bro?
It wasn't, bro. We were trash when we were growing up.
Hassan, tell me something that wasn't
when I was
better.
growing up was trash, bro.
Forget about Liverpool.
The food was better. The drinks were better.
The movies were better. The music was better.
Music was better.
The raves were better. The air was better.
Okay, guys,
the water was better. Nothing, everything was better, bro.
Both of you logic with one question. Fozzy, who did you say you wore that Barcelona shirt for?
Ronaldinho.
When was he? When would you say he was amazing and incredible?
Maybe I don't know, 2006, isn't it? Maybe I don't know. Whenever
he
was
had
at Barcelona.
50 GA that season.
Yeah, there you go.
He had 50 GA that season.
That's
Mhm.
20
He had
years ago.
50 GA in all comps. So this
That's time
notion that GA
time
is
ago,
like
though,
this
Sam.
new thing, but it ain't new though, because the reason why they clapped him off and the reason why he did all that is because of the goals he scored and the assists he delivered and him rinsing players
Mhm.
on repeat. So GA and stats and shit like this have always been important. Thank you. And speaking
but
of,
No,
you
no,
play,
Hassan, you're
you
missing the
play.
point, bro.
let me bring
Yeah.
one more guy to the audience. Like and subscribe, chat. You only get this on
Hassan, you're
one
missing the
channel.
point, brother. You're missing the point, brother. It isn't that there wasn't always.
New haircut.
The unks are here. You get to be team nostalgia. You get
I'm sorry.
I'm talking about
This
1990s when someone wasn't born.
might be the
know.
single worst argument I've ever heard.
I can't believe I'm hearing it.
We're not letting the YNs come in here and start telling
I know.
us about life is
You-
better
you-
now. We're not
you-
doing this shit.
Nah,
You
man.
you
Woke
will let
era,
them
man.
talk about it because you've got no argument for it. You've never seen a play just because it's Lionel Messi.
I've seen
Diego Maradona.
Maradona, bro.
Maradona.
All day long.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we're
Diego
not going to talk about the
Prime
outliers.
Ronaldo without injuries.
Tom,
Hell
we're not
yeah.
talking about
Oh,
outliers.
here we are. We're going to what if, man. What if Ronaldo didn't have injuries? What if Diego Maradona didn't snort coke every week? We're
Even-
on the what
even
if
snorting
man now.
don't-
Maradona
don't
did the
do facts,
impossible,
bro.
bro. He did the impossible, Maradona. He won league. He won the World Cup. Name me any of the players in that team.
What?
He
Maradona
won-
was
he won-
not
he
talking
won-
about
he
that.
won-
He won the
World
Name
Cup
any
with
players.
Sergio Romero.
Come on.
Yeah, hang on,
Diego
hang on.
Maradona didn't do the impossible. Diego Maradona did the illegal. You weren't allowed to snort cocaine in 1986.
Is it going to make you better, Tommy? Tom, is it going to make you better?
Told you,
Yeah,
Tom.
it's not cocaine.
Made him better.
What cocaine? Cocaine?
Trust me. As,
No,
as
guys.
someone who's
Guys,
dabbled in it from
guys,
time
we
to
didn't
time,
add
coke is a
coke
wonderful
cocaine.
little thing.
I'll tell you, I think of Maradona, look, if you're old enough, you remember. Maradona went to Napoli in Italy. Napoli were
Yes.
nothing sided.
Sugar.
Shit team.
Nothing team in Italy, yeah. Falling apart stadium. No, you know, it's basically owned by the mafia.
So, hang on.
and he won back-to-back league titles in the UEFA Cup with them.
Thank you.
And now the stadium's named after him.
That whole city is named after him. So hang on. If we're going by that, then Steven Gerrard shouldn't be the best player at Liverpool. Then you see, so he hasn't won titles. You know
shouldn't
what I mean?
Stevie's 1B.
So say again.
You shouldn't.
Steve-
But isn't Steve? Hang on. Isn't it based on underdogs, right? Like Steven Gerrard's an underdog.
No,
isn't it?
whoa,
You
whoa,
still
whoa,
consider
whoa.
him the best player because of like being an underdog, right,
Tom
Tom?
is Scouse and he said
Yes,
Salah
yes or no,
to
Tom?
Gerrard 4 years ago.
Liverpool Football Club are underdogs. The greatest player that's ever played for Liverpool Football Club is Kenny Dalglish.
Okay. I didn't. I thought Steven Gerrard was. I mean, that's
that's
what
the
the list
greatest
was.
player to
Talking
ever
about
play
the
for this
official
football club.
ranking, though.
Okay.
I will say this. I think Drift might agree.
Salah's
I don't
better
think
than Gerrard.
there's anything better in 2026 than there was in 1996.
No,
Of course, there's stuff better.
no, there
Hey,
isn't.
hey, I guarantee you. I
The
guarantee you,
music,
James.
the music was better in 96. The movies
here
were
we
better in
go.
96.
The TV shows was
I'm
better
gonna
in
say-
'96.
I'm going to say that as well. The women were better in 96.
Yeah, right there. Here we go.
The cartoons were better in 1996.
Yeah.
Everything was better.
Everything, man. Come
The food
on.
was
The only
actually
thing,
real
the only
food
thing
back
better
then.
now is the internet, and the internet is probably responsible for
No,
most
it's bad.
evil in the. No, you
Don't
know,
mean-
it's probably responsible for most evil. So it's like I don't even know if it is better.
The
It's not-
internet is
it's
how
not.
we make our living and how we met each other, you fraud.
And that's why I'm saying it's the only thing better about now than back in the day.
No,
It's
no,
literally
If
the
it
only
wasn't
thing
for this,
better.
I'd be in a factory somewhere,
Well,
you know, in
well-
charge of 50 people telling them what to do. Like, I prefer
Yeah.
The only thing better is technology, and that's about it.
No,
That's all
no,
it is.
Yeah,
no, but do you know,
that's about it.
do you know
Yeah.
why that's bollocks though? Because you can sit there and go everything was better in 1996. You can have everything in 1996 and the good things now.
No,
So
you
if
can't.
you thought
you
everything
can't.
peaked in
No,
you
no,
can.
no, you can't.
Nah.
No, you can't.
Music. So if you think music was better than 1996,
Yep.
boost
I
up
am
Spotify, listen to all the music,
Yeah,
and then
just
after
listen to
songs that come after
96 music
1996.
No,
You
no,
know why
no.
it
We're
was better-
talking.
you know why
We're
it was
talking
better?
about a comparison, Tom. We're talking
You know
about
why
a
it was better,
comparison.
Tom? Because the musicians. I can give you one genre, for example. Let's take hip hop, right? Look at the artists right now and what they sing. They have one bar and they repeat it 50 million times. You go back into the 90s, you listen to hip hop artists, they're lyricists. They actually rhyming. They're actually building lyrics upon lyrics upon lyrics upon lyrics. The beats were better. Everything was better. That's just one genre. Then you go to
I
alternative.
hear you guys, but back
even-
Even
the
they were
football-
alive.
the Premier
Yeah,
League
they
in
were
the
alive.
90s was-
Yes.
The Premier League in the 90s
They went
was
murdered.
Even comedians
Premier League in
were
the
better
90s wasn't
than
good.
man.
Comedians in the 90s was better too.
Still Dave Chappelle's the best. There
The
you go.
Prem in the
For my era.
90s, the
was far
Prem in the
better.
90s
Yeah,
was
far
the third best league in the world. Italy
Yes,
was way
because-
better and Spain was
Yeah,
better.
Italy was
but
good in the
Italy and
90s.
Spain were amazing.
Italy and Spain
No,
were
no,
amazing.
no.
in the
Well,
90s.
Yeah,
come
guess
on.
what? The roles are reversed now.
Yeah, but the football.
No, but the Premier League quality isn't good. We just got more money. We're like the dickhead who grew up and got given all the money from his parents and don't know how to behave himself. That's what the Premier League is, bro. £100 million for players that ain't worth shit. The Premier
I'm
League
saying
is
the Premier League is not good. It's
nothing, bro.
definitely good. It's definitely good. What are you talking about?
The Premier League's actual quality, Hassam. The entertainment is top level. The quality is dog shit. The
Brother,
quality is dog shit, man.
Hold on.
I'd
Drift, what,
legitimately rather watch Brighton Brentford than the El Clasico. What are you talking
Drift,
about?
what is
Come
the
on, man.
highest quality league in the world then? If it's not the
Prem.
Premier League, what's the highest quality league in the world?
The highest quality, but I'll be honest, football's on its knees. I don't even know if there's any real quality anywhere, if I'm being honest with you.
See, now we get the
Champions
old
League,
nostalgia
probably.
version of
Yeah, this is
football's
the
on its knees. It's not like it was
nostalgic
in the
Nah,
2000s.
I think
Football's on its
people
knees, man.
I think if people were alive back then or at an age back then, it's an argument you go over different generations.
God's honest truth. Arsenal of last season beat most Premier League teams pre-2012.
Guys, United in the
What?
90s won a league title on
No way.
70-something points. What were we
100%.
doing
Tom,
here?
what did you
What's
just say?
going on
Why do we
here?
act
No
like
way,
stuff
Tom.
from back in the day was automatically
Wait,
better?
you said
Tom,
pre-2012.
Nah.
Pre-2012. So
So
you
you
said
think
that this
Jose
last
Mourinho's
Arsenal
Chelsea?
season beat the 09 Manchester United team?
I said most, not all. There's a couple that'll get them. Oh wait, United.
Tom,
04
I don't know.
Chelsea.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Tom, you know the way
United.
the way Arsenal played last season is that everyone in the Premier League, bottom teams were playing in the Premier League in the 90s.
Back in the day,
it'd be quite
Mhm.
equal.
Yeah.
So
And
Arsenal
none,
probably
and none
wouldn't
of them
win the
ever
league.
did. None of them ever did it to the effectiveness of Arsenal last season.
I don't think
Because
Arsenal-
the fucking
the
league.
football quality is so shit, it works now.
The football quality wasn't fucking good in 2002.
But the good teams,
I've watched
teams
games.
were.
They
So,
win.
so you're telling me Jose Mourinho's
Right.
Chelsea, Alex
Hang on a
Ferguson's
second.
Man United, Arsene Wenger's Arsenal, Rafa Benitez's Liverpool? You telling me the Arsenal team
Rafa
from last
Benitez's
season
Liverpool.
beat those teams?
Rafa Benitez Liverpool. Are you trying to put Rafa Benitez Liverpool at the table?
2008
2008
Liverpool
and 9.
doesn't beat that
Seconds.
Arsenal
Torres
team.
in
What?
This is
Rafa Benitez was here 5 years. Rafa Benitez was here from 04 to 2010, and you're putting one season on the table. This is
You're
my
putting
point.
one Arsenal season on the table. What are you doing, bro?
I could put so
They
Arsenal
didn't win any other time apart from last season when the world was
100% I could.
shit. What are we doing here, Tom?
100% I could. 100% I could. Arsenal have been
Arsenal
good
would
from
beat all the
2022
Benitez
to
teams.
now.
What are we doing here?
I could put that Arsenal team that came second in 2022 on the table, and it would beat the majority of them.
I mean, you can argue football. You can argue football you want, but when I look at the rest of life and the way things are, me growing up in the 90s, just music was just better. Everyone had cash on hip. No one was really poor. You know, there weren't this massive rich poor divide. Movies were better. You look at some of the best movies. Like, there's no movie made today that's better than anything made in the 90s.
Hell no.
Right.
Hell no.
Like,
By the way, I just
and
want
there
to
weren't no
throw, like, a
woke
big
shit
hand grenade
either.
in there.
Men were men, women were women. Everyone's like, yeah, let's do it.
That's what I'm talking about.
I just wanted to throw a big hand grenade in there, and the reason
Men and
why I
women
wanted
both
that-
like to fuck back in the 90s. Now it's like, hey, you don't want to do it no more. Do you know what I mean?
Drift.
Bring me back to the 90s.
Drift, remember last night when Jamie said after that stream he was going to be dead good and he wouldn't say wild stuff like this?
No, it's
Monday.
right, it's right, it's right, it's right, it's
Monday.
cool.
He said Monday. He said Monday, Tom. He said Monday.
I just want to
thinking
throw a
about
hand
Tom's
grenade in,
statement
by the
right
way.
now. There's no way you guys think like Jermaine Pennant and Peter Crouch is beating this Arsenal side.
Jermaine Pennant in today's day and age would be one of the best fucking wingers in world football.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Jermaine Pennant scored
Hey,
one
you get-
goal. He scored one goal.
Here comes the stat merchant. Here comes the YN
Right.
stat
You're
merchant.
trying to make
Woke,
out Jermaine
woke,
Pennant
woke.
is a good player.
Hassam, apart
Have
from
you seen the quality of the players modern day, Sam? Come on.
He couldn't get ahead of
on.
Theo Walcott and Aaron Lennon in the England squad. What would you
Don't
do?
get our team
He's
wrong now.
one of the best wingers in world football now as well. Lennon will be worth 100 million right now. What are we talking about?
Let's make something clear. The elite players now would also be elite back in the day. Van Dijk would be elite back in the day. Rodri would be elite back in the day. Salah would be elite back in the day. Alisson, the amazing ones.
Yeah, but
you're talking about the outliers, bro. You're talking about outliers.
Okay. I'm gonna use the player that's not an outlier that most of you don't rate. I know Tom rates. Declan Rice. Why would Declan Rice
be a bog standard player? He's not even Hargreaves. He's not even as good as Owen Hargreaves, bro. And Owen Hargreaves was looked at as an average player.
He'd be a score.
Are you joking?
Owen
Hargreaves. You guys
Is Declan Rice better than Michael Carrick? No, and Michael Carrick was not even one of the greatest players back in the day. Michael Carrick is way better than Declan Rice.
No, he's not.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, Declan Rice would be a squad player back in the day. Squad player.
Come on, guys. What are we doing here?
Gotta be serious, guys. Come on.
Sam, let me ask you a question.
We didn't see Nabil Zahar play for Liverpool.
I also take Haaland and take Isak out of the Premier League, yeah? And then tell me what striker right now, apart from Haaland and Isak in the Premier League right now, is better than Jermaine Defoe?
Jermaine Defoe is on the top 5 goal scorers list.
But back in the day, he was an average striker who played for Tottenham and Portsmouth.
No, but let me tell you why that's unfair from you, because you tell me and Tom don't use outliers, but you've used an outlier.
No, I'm not using the outlier. I'm trying to show you the levels. I'm showing you the levels, bro.
All time in goals.
Nobody outlier.
All right, who's a better striker than Kevin Phillips?
Remember how many goals he scored?
Who's the best striker than
Kevin Phillips right now would be 150 million. If Kevin Phillips was 25 years old, he would be 150 million.
So, Drifty, you're telling me if Kevin Phillips was kicking football right now, he'd be the Premier League record signing?
Probably.
Well, he'd be one of them.
When he was scoring the goals.
Don't forget,
He'd be one of them.
Kevin Phillips.
Kevin Phillips got the Golden Boot Award for the most goal scorer playing for Sunderland.
And back in the day, he was an average striker.
No, Drifty. He was a right back that turned into a striker. Don't forget.
Well, there you go,
this
bro.
Is the problem. This is the problem with nostalgia. I'm listening to people telling me that Kevin Phillips, if he was put in 2026, would be the record transfer, would be the second most expensive transfer in the history of football. He fucking wouldn't.
Why has Elliot just gone to Man City and become the record player, bro? Because I tell you, back in the day, he would have been one of many, and he just became the record midfielder, bro.
Please, Drift. Tell me which midfielders have the skill set of Elliot Anderson that were moving for like 10 million quid.
But back in the day.
Yeah, you're going to put Scott Parker on the table?
No,
I'll touch him.
I'll tell you.
What's the difference between Scott Parker and Elliot Anderson?
Drift, I've got one.
Honestly, what's the difference, bro?
Elliot Anderson's got more technique in his left bollock.
I got one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I got one. David Batty.
Yeah,
David Batty was a fucking bad boy midfielder.
There you go. Nicky Butt nowadays will be one of the best midfielders around. He was a squad player for Man United back in the day.
You know, can I just say how you end this conversation? Like, this is a really easy way to end this nostalgia conversation. Liverpool have just done the greatest 150 players of all time. And if any other club in the Premier League did the same, I would tell you now, 80% of those players are from the 90s and the 80s.
100%.
100%. They are.
Do you know what, Tom? I'll give you a little bit of advice, and it's going to sound condescending and patronizing because I remember being young as well. But I promise you, everyone on the panel can attest to this. When you were younger, were you not told by the elders about how much things are this and then that and then this? And you said to those elders, "What do you know? Shut up." Because you were young, you were immature, and you were ignorant, and you thought you knew everything. And now you get older and you're like, "Fuck me, how right were they?" So, Tom, in 10, 15 years' time, you're going to understand, bro. And 100%. I get it right now, you don't. But I promise you are going to get it when you're older.
That's why I won't sit there and knock the likes of John Barnes. I won't knock the likes of Ian Rush, John Aldridge, etc. But when you're sitting there and trying to tell me if I put fucking Nicky Butt in the Premier League right now, he'd be one of the best midfielders in the league.
He would be.
He would be.
Hands down would be.
In the top 20.
Tottenham just paid 90 million for Fernandes. Do you know how basic Fernandes is? And it just paid 90
you know how basic Nicky Butt was?
But he
Yeah,
was on the
Buck
same
was
level as
basic.
Fernandez.
Tom,
That's
have
what
you ever
we're
actually
saying.
watched Nicky
Nicky
Butt
Butt was
live?
basic, Drifty. Why are you doing
No. But have you guys
But he was
watched him?
basic because he was around world-class footballers. But now he'd be
Exactly.
one of
That's
the
the
best
point.
players.
Also,
you put him now-
you're talking. 1 second, you're talking to Tom because he's younger. I'm 31. I think football nowadays is better than
31 is 31 still means that you grew up in an era where you don't understand anything apart from white screens, bro.
I saw the 2000s.
You're not young. You're not young, but you still remember touchscreen and internet, bro. You don't remember
but
having
you're
to just
mentioning-
knock on your friend's
you're
door and
telling
ask
me
if you
don't
can
mention
come
the
out.
outliers, but you're mentioning
Remember that,
like
guys.
good-
Remember having
you're
to knock
mentioning
on
the
your
good
friend's door
players.
and saying, "Can you come out?" You don't remember that, bro.
They might
Bro,
not even be
Man
there.
United won back-to-back titles. They had the likes of Park in their team and Fletcher and regular players. Like, let's not act like everyone back in the day was incredible. They weren't.
No,
No, that's
not
what I'm trying to
everybody, but
say.
the number of people that were good was so much. Every team who's in the Champions League had world-class players in it.
Yep.
Every team in the
Facts.
Champions League
Okay,
had
let me ask you a
world-class
simple
players in it.
question. Tell me the difference between Mateta and Andy Johnson without losing your mind. What's the difference? Legit.
I'd probably say Minteh is better than Andy Johnson.
And Andy Johnson won like a golden boot and was
So you're using the outliers. You're using the Cristianos. The only time we got a winger like close to that level was Salah. And guess what?
But
It
you know
happens
what?
once every 15 years
Johnson,
anyway.
Andy Johnson wasn't some great player back in the day, so it's not easy to be better than him.
The Crystal Palace player.
Kevin De
Crystal
Bruyne.
Palace.
Yeah, Crystal Palace dog.
Kevin De Bruyne has been the best midfielder in the league before he left for a 10-year period. Probably since
Kevin
he
De
joined
Bruyne, yeah, he
Newcastle.
could hang back in the day. He's one of the
Okay,
greatest
so
players
okay,
of his
so there you go.
generation.
Like KDB would easily work in the 2000s. So would Van Dijk. So
Yeah,
would
yeah,
Alisson.
no,
So would
no,
Salah,
no,
all
no.
these guys.
I'll ask you a question.
Yeah, but
yeah.
they're
I'll ask-
outliers.
Let me
It's all
ask you a
about
question.
outliers.
Let me ask you a question. So, Declan Rice is considered as the best midfielder in the country, right? By a lot of people.
No,
right?
he's not. Rodri is.
No, but he's
Well, a lot of people say he is, man.
he's regarded as one of the best, right?
Let's let him
Right?
go, yeah. Mhm.
If Declan Rice was playing in the same era as all the prime players I'm about to talk about in their prime, yeah, of Owen Hargreaves,
Yeah,
Michael
better.
Carrick, Frank
Better.
Lampard, Steven Gerrard,
Not better.
and
Not better.
Paul Scholes, he ain't better,
Better.
than any of them.
Better.
He wouldn't be fit for England.
He's better than half of them.
No, he ain't.
He's better.
No,
than
no,
who?
no,
he's
he's
never
no,
done
no,
it.
He's better
no.
than half of them.
No, he's not.
Okay, Jamie,
Whoa,
let me
whoa,
tell
He's
you the problem with
guaranteed. He's
nostalgia.
guaranteed better than Owen
I'm
Hargreaves.
legit gonna tell you the problem with
Tom,
nostalgia.
man.
Tom,
That's a bad
Guys,
take.
guys,
No,
let me
I'm
just
being
say one
serious,
thing.
Tom.
That is a
That's bad
terrible
take.
take.
That's a bad take.
Let me just
That
say
is a
one thing.
terrible
Jamie,
take.
I
ask the
stayed
question,
quiet, but
guys. Let
Tom,
me
come
respond.
on,
One
bro,
second,
like.
please. 1 second. Let me tell you exactly what would have happened back in the day. Yeah, this is you want to know why you will never enjoy football the same ever again? Not because of the quality, because of social media. I'll tell you exactly what I mean. Now, Jamie Phillips watches a game of football. He's got to talk about it on his channel. He's got to listen to other people talk about it. He will listen to 700 pieces of analysis on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, and every single application. Back in the day, I'm going to use Declan Rice, which is your example. Let's say in 2004, Declan Rice scored those 2 free kicks against Real Madrid, and they ended up winning the quarterfinal and progressing all the way to the semis. You'd have been sat here now going like, there was a midfielder back in the day, he scored 2 incredible free kicks against Real Madrid. You want to know why? Because when those free kicks happened, let me tell you why.
I see that all the time back in the day.
You want to know who
It's a
suffers from
regular
this?
thing.
That was
Guys,
regular.
let me land,
regular
please.
thing,
Let me land.
Sam.
Let me
It
land.
wasn't
Guys,
a
let me
regular
land.
thing.
Please let me land it. Please let me land it. You know who suffers from this as well? MJ and LeBron James. It's the same thing in other sports as well. You want to know why? Because this is what happens when LeBron James has a bad game. They speak about it on 15 different networks the day after and the day after and the day after until he plays again. MJ didn't have that. We didn't have that growing up. Had Declan Rice done those 2 free kicks 20 years ago, we would have went to school and spoke about it. We would have went to the playgrounds and spoke about it. And that's it. Life moved on. Now it's YouTube, it's TikTok, it's everyone talking about it in your face. It's comparisons. It's a guy making a dumb tweet. It's a guy making a dumb TikTok video about it. Therefore, that's exactly why you can't enjoy football like
And
back
do
in
you
the day.
know what it also
Guess
is,
what?
Sam?
If I put the very good players, forget the shit ones, okay? We all agree Igor Thiago is probably the worst player I've seen in my life score 20 plus Premier League goals. I agree with anyone who says that. One of the worst players I've seen. But guess what? Michu also scored 20 plus Premier League goals. This is not new. We've seen shit players turn up for a season. My point is, nowadays, imagine you watch a game of football, just a regular game. Like today, we watch Spain-Belgium, okay? even a World Cup game like Spain Belgium, had a goal towards the end, semi-dramatic, because you're gonna watch analysis on it, and because of the situation at the World Cup, and because of VAR, and because of referees, and because of all this shit, the enjoyment has been sucked out of you. But as a football game, I can name you right now games from the 2010 World Cup that were way worse. I can name you games from the 2006, the 2002 World Cup that was way worse. You can sit up here and tell me Brazil versus Turkey was entertaining. You can sit up here and tell me Spain versus Germany in 2010 the World Cup semi-final was entertaining. That was one of the deadest game of football I've seen in my life. 2010 Spain versus Germany.
Yeah.
Carlos Puyol scored.
No one said it was perfect back in the day,
No, but
bro.
that's my point.
But it's
you
too,
guys just,
it's too
because we
often
lived
now.
it and we didn't talk about it 24/7.
No, Sam, I don't know about you, but we did. Our friends groups, when we was in the pubs, we used to, all we did was talk about football, bro. So we didn't do it on social media. You've got a point with that part where like the scrutiny is higher.
Was different. You weren't going to the pub talking about it, then coming back talking about it, then waking up talking about it.
Yes, I was with my brother or with my friends. I've put 100 or with my neighbors. We did the same. We just didn't do it on our phone.
But here's the thing I got out of here.
Were you on Jamie Phillips' channel yesterday? Were you on his channel?
No one talk about what happened on Jamie.
You have a point about the over scrutiny stuff. I agree with you on the over scrutiny.
That's the problem. Okay, I'm gonna use the
but
best.
The quality
example.
is the quality is nothing to do with the scrutiny.
Let me give you the best example in Liverpool history. Istanbul. Imagine Istanbul happened last season. Maldini's a bottle job. Nesta's a bottle job. Carlo Ancelotti's a failure. All these things would have been said.
But nobody would say he's not a world-class player.
But, no, and that's not the point.
No, the only people who don't know what they're talking about would say that.
This is crazy, guys.
You
honestly.
know the entirety of YouTube would have spent the whole 2 weeks just scrutinizing AC Milan. Can we stop? Can we be honest?
And tell me any of those AC Milan players who wouldn't walk into every single team currently playing now and be the best player in that team.
Gattuso.
Gattuso wouldn't.
Gattuso wouldn't walk into what team?
Gattuso's literally just a defensive guy. Gattuso ain't nothing special. Don't sit here.
So Gattuso isn't better than Neves. He walks into that PSG team.
He's not. No, he's not.
About?
John Dal Thomason is not that elite player. Serginho isn't elite.
Oh my! Serginho will be one of the best wingers in the world right now. Are you crazy?
Okay, hold on.
The wing market is shocking at the moment. Who would he not be better than?
Drift. Does Hernan Crespo walk into the Real Madrid team?
Right now, 100%. And they put Mbappe back on the left wing. They put Mbappe back on the left wing and they put
Mbappe goes on the left.
Okay.
They actually got it now.
No, okay. So what about Man City? Does Hernan Crespo walk into Man City?
Haaland's an outlier. Haaland's an outlier.
He's an outlier, Sam. That wasn't brought up before, was it? There's an outlier.
Yeah.
No, I said there are outliers. Of course there's outliers. That was literally what I said. There are outliers.
Does he walk into Bayern?
Harry Kane is another outlier.
Sam, how many outliers can there be?
But you know what? Bayern Munich would still want Crespo. Man City would still want Crespo.
Drift. If I take Maldini and Nesta from that AC Milan side, they wouldn't just fit in today's game. They would fit in today's game and in the 80s and in the 70s, every era, because they're elite. But it's the same with the Van Dijks and the KDBs and the Moes and the Allisons. The elite players would fit in every era.
Yeah, nobody denied
nobody
that.
said that.
Nobody denied that.
Now when we come to now when we come to the average players, why does everyone pretend that the average players back in the day were like so much better than today, bro? Man United
they were.
They were
Man United had G-Song Park. Man United had G-Song
No,
Park.
Hassam,
G-Song Park would be one of the best players if he was kicking ball now.
No, he would not be, bro.
No, Hassam, you know what we can do? You know what we can do?
Bro, like Lavia's better than Park.
There's 8 of us here. There's 8 of us here and we're all Liverpool fans. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull up the starting 11 from 2001. I'm going to pull up the starting 11 from last time we won the league. Or you know what? No, I'll go. The starting 11 from 2001.
Liverpool was shit in those days.
2001, they won a treble. And
I don't know. I mean, in comparison to Man United and Arsenal and Chelsea, so it's a little bit difficult to talk about Liverpool because we're in the doldrums for a long time.
I could even name you that lineup, bro. There's no point.
Another great team then.
If I'm sitting there and I'm putting up a Premier League team that didn't win the league the majority of the time, and you're going to sit there and go, no, but a Manchester United team in 2001 was better than it. I'm going to call bullshit on it because there is not a single Premier League team, bar teams that have won the Premier League, that gets anywhere near the Liverpool teams that didn't. There's not a single one.
What year would you be talking about? Are you going to talk about the outlier again of Klopp and Pep with one of the greatest rivalries? Because outside of Klopp and Pep, look how shit the rest of the Premier League was.
Okay, Drift. So how many outliers can you have before it stops becoming an outlier?
Bro, the circumstance is what dictates whether it was. Jurgen Klopp is an outlier manager, and the team he built is an outlier in the Premier League that was dross
any Jurgen Klopp team
in comparison to before.
Is Ferguson not an outlier then? Because United never had a manager like him, so I just don't class any Ferguson team because he's an outlier.
He was there for 26 years. It's a bit difficult, isn't it? He was there for so long.
Let's do one that ain't an outlier. Let's get the team of Bolton Wanderers up in 2004 and the team of Bolton now.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
So you're pulling up. No, but then you know I'll do a drift here. I'll do a drift. I will do an outlier. Bolton have went into administration since then.
There ain't no
outlier team.
All right, go and get Leeds United's team.
Also went into administration.
Yeah, but we're talking about players, not what they did with it and how they ran the club. Talk about the players who played for the team.
Bolton
that matters about the club. If they went into administration, they're fucked for 5 years.
Aston Villa 2026. What's the difference?
All right, look at the Bolton team. Bolton had Chulkai, Kocha, Herrera. They had a great side, man. They finished.
Chulkai was out of his prime. That's why he was playing.
Hold on, Jamie. What year do you want about? What year do you want about there?
I can't remember what year was it. Was it 2004?
2004-5.
Can I also say one thing as well, which Drifty did say at the start, and it's all about technology. Like VAR wasn't around back then. The whole global technology thing wasn't around back then, and that has obviously degraded.
But that's my point. That's why you enjoy it less.
Like VAR.
You might enjoy it less. I'm not going to argue you enjoy it less, but the quality hasn't gotten worse.
The quality has absolutely gotten worse.
Come on, Tom. Honestly,
the quality has gotten worse. Tom, teams have no balls right now to score. They like a draw.
Technology, like all the refereeing, all the earpieces and assistants.
The thing is, I wanted to explain to you using an iconic moment for us.
You know what? Let's do Ballon d'Ors.
What happened after 2005 was incredible. No, actually, Thierry Henry came out in 2005 and said it was a disgrace. Gerrard didn't win the Ballon d'Or. So this Ballon d'Or talk has been happening for a while.
Ballon d'Or has been a farce for a long time.
Let's do the 90s and now.
Let me not even do that.
Let's compare.
But hold on one second, Fozzie. I want to address something with Hussam because Hussam mentioned something and it perked my ears up. Right. First off, don't ever mention LeBron James and Michael Jordan in the same sentence. They're not even the same caliber in the league.
Hell no. MJ is my GOAT, personally.
Okay.
Okay.
Back in the 90s when MJ, you know why MJ wasn't showing on clips because he had a bad game? Because he didn't have one.
Well, MJ had plenty of bad games.
Okay. So that's why and there was ESPN back in the 90s as well, and they played every day. Sports Center was on every single day. The reason why you didn't get bad games from MJ because he didn't have one. He had great games every single game.
The LeBron bad games aren't broadcast on ESPN. They're put on Twitter.
What are you talking about? He's one of the most watched athletes right now in the world. Tom, you don't want to come with me, a basketball brother, man, because I will shut you down. That's my sport. I play it at a high level.
The one thing I
at a high level, brother, man. Longevity and you youngsters that now like to put LeBron James in the category with the greatest of all time. Y'all need to deflate your chests a little bit.
I'm sorry, I can't put the same respect on someone who dipped out the league because he had a gambling addiction.
No, that is incorrect. The reason why he left the league is because he had no more things to accomplish and his dad was murdered. And his dad was murdered, bro. That's why he left the league to begin with.
Okay, guys.
And he went to play the sport. And he played a sport for 2 years.
My GOAT. I'm talking about his aura. Because of social media, it's ruined a lot of things. But MJ's my GOAT, but let's not discuss that. So Jamie brought up Bolton 03-04, yeah? Let's look at this. Kevin Poole, Anthony Barnes, Simon Charlton, Kevin Nolan, Ngotti, Djorkaeff,
Nolan will be a top player right now.
Henrik Pedersen, Franson, JJ Okocha,
yes, he would.
Gardner, Mario Jardel, Kevin Davies, Ibrahim Ba, Ivan Campo, Nicky Hunt, Jeff
Good player.
Smith,
Ibrahim Wa from
Jaskalainen,
AC Milan. Wow.
Emerson, blah blah blah. Okay,
Good player.
okay. Now you're saying good player. Let's compare them to a team that's like similar level to them now, like a Villa or someone like that. You look at
this Villa team is better than that Bolton team.
Oh, Villa.
Okay, who then? Give me a realistic example.
But that Bolton team used to be in relegation battle. So who?
No, they were not. They finished seventh. They were not. They finished seventh.
All right, what out of what? Like, most of the time, Bolton were in a relegation battle.
Yeah.
My point is, you look at this Villa. Let's just use them as a measuring stick. You look at this Villa team: Emi Martinez, Cash, Lindelof, Mings, Konsa, Luka Dean, Pau Torres, Matson. You know, Bailey, Tammy Abraham, Watkins.
I mean, you're not exactly naming any world beaters here, by the way.
You know, no, it's not about them being world beaters, but we act like that Bolton team would like win the league nowadays. It wouldn't, bro.
No one said that. No one said that.
It would still be seventh, brother.
So, hold on. So what team finishes higher in the league? That Bolton team or this Aston Villa team?
Probably this Aston Villa team. But that Bolton team wasn't seen as great, but they still had great players who played for it because there was way better players all around the league.
Yeah.
And forget about the Premier League. We're doing the whole, we think the Premier League's the shit. If we start looking at Serie A and we start looking at La Liga, it is night and day the quality. Night and day the quality, because those are the better leagues back then, because then it wasn't about money. It was actually about talent. It was actually about being a footballer. It wasn't about money. Everyone just wants to solve problems with money now. That's all anyone does. Money, money, money. Everything's money, 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 money. Fernandez, 90 million. What are we doing? Elliot Anderson, 120 million. What we money, money, money. Everything's just money. It's bullshit. It's actually bullshit.
Yeah, but back in the day, Man United bought Jemba too. So these things have happened across history. Like,
I think, look, at the end of the day, I don't think
you can't hit the ball out of the park every time.
We're not all going to agree on this subject because we all live in different time periods.
Yeah, but Jamie, like you got to look at from you guys got to look at
not
from a
going
point of view, Jay. You got to look at from a point of view like we was around from that era and we're around
so
now.
we can
so shouldn't we
talk
be
about
the best
it,
judge of the
Yeah,
eras?
we are. Yeah, but what I'm saying,
You're also going to have a bias though to that era because
but what we're saying, you're having a bias to this era because it's what you're watching.
You never seen our era.
We're never going to agree. We're never going to agree because we live
That's
through
true.
an
Never
era.
gonna agree. Never gonna.
You never lived through an era. So we never going to agree. It's just that's why everyone
in fact, I would argue we stand more of a chance. I would argue that we stand more of a chance of being neutral because you've grown up watching a certain period, and then you've got that in your mind as you watch the next period.
I grew up.
We love football in general. We love football in
fair enough.
era.
Fozzie and Jamie watched the 90s. I didn't. I grew up in the 2000s.
I watched the 80s, to be fair.
I
all the
still
way
don't
to
claim
now.
that everything in the 2000s was better than now. Like, it's just because football has, you can say the strikers were better, but everyone used to play 4-4-2 back in the day.
It was catered to the strikers.
I can end this argument.
But as an example, the wingers nowadays are better. Mane and Salah and Mahrez and Hazard, all these guys are better than the ones we watch.
I'll end this argument right now. In the 90s, I could buy a Big Mac meal for £3. Right now, that's where it's ended. Yeah.
And do you want to know what? There's just a level, Tom, to explain the reason why I don't think you can be neutral now in comparison to us who've lived all the generations is I can tell you now, when I was younger, I used to think Motown was the shittest music I've ever heard in my life because my brain wasn't mature enough to understand it. When my mum and dad would play, I'd be like, what is this dross? Get this off. And then you reach a maturity where you're like, fuck me, I was too young to understand it. This is amazing music.
100%.
You will not understand right now, Tom, because you're too young to get it. When you get older, you will understand.
I promise you, Drift, it's not because you've sat there and matured and went, oh, Motown's the shit. It's you've got older and you've heard something that reminded you of something that's give you good memories.
No. Because it's bad memories, Tom. I didn't like it. It's not good memories. I used to be like, oh, mum and dad are playing this shit again. It's not good memories, bro.
You didn't enjoy the music, but you enjoyed everything around it. You enjoed having the parents.
You don't know that. You don't know that. I mean, I had a good childhood, but you don't know I had a good child. I could have had a shit upbringing. Nobody. That's not. That isn't what it is, bro.
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know what? Do you want to know why I knew?
I hear the lyrics now, bro, and I'm like, fuck me. This is real shit.
Spot on, Drifty.
Drift. You wouldn't have brought it up if you had an inherent hatred to everything around it. Nostalgia is a powerful thing. I will be the same as you lot. Me and Hassan will be the same as you lot in 10 years' time for still doing this. and we've got the next generation coming through, and we're sitting there going, "Oh, you don't understand how good Mo Salah was. You don't understand how good Thingy was." But there is a
No, but
very
they were
genuine
good though.
argument.
So that would be a legit argument. They were
But
good.
but there's a very genuine argument that football is better in 10 years' time in terms of the
No.
overall quality than it is now.
No,
Because
but
that's
you know, in 10 years' time, I don't even know if it's going to be called football
Okay,
anymore.
Drift. Is the average player now a better athlete than they were 10 years ago?
Yes.
Of course, because the nutrition and everything like
Is
that.
the average player right now better technically than they were 10 years ago?
No chance.
No,
Absolutely no,
no,
chance.
No.
Absolutely no chance.
I don't think they are. I think they're better athletes.
No,
Give me
seriously,
that.
Tom.
But-
Seriously,
They're
Tom.
better athletes. I'll give you that
Athletes
athlete.
is the one, but
I'll give you the
technical
athlete.
ability. Different.
People acting like Declan Rice wouldn't bang in the 2000s is just pure nostalgia.
No, what we're saying
he will play, but
one
he'll be
of
just
many,
another
bro.
player. He'll just be another
No,
player.
Yeah, he'll
No,
just
but-
be another player. He wouldn't be
If he-
special. He'd just be another player.
He wouldn't be
Jamie
regarded as the
Redknapp
best
type and all that
midfielder.
stuff. That's-
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think?
But,
Like, it's the
but
thing.
people
Do you
people
think
do
he's
this,
better
Jamie, when
technically
they're
than
acting like
I beg all of you to go watch Euro 2016 and Euro 2004 and look at the football that was played in those tournaments compared it to now. It's night and fucking day. The football then was shit, but you had good players with good names who had moments, and you remember the moments. I have watched.
Tom, you've been systemized, bro. You've been systemized.
I've not been systemized.
I can't argue with somebody who's been systemized.
You know what it was?
Hey,
Drift?
he's never gonna agree with each other, man.
It's true, bro.
I watched Arsenal versus Manchester United from 2003 at Highbury.
Great game.
There was a
Great game.
2-minute period where the entire game was boot it up in the air, win the header. It's coming to us, boot it up in the air, win the header. Boot it up in the air, win the header. Boot it up in the air. There was
That's not
no.
this season, to be fair.
But do you know why? Because they were trying to kill each other because rivalries were real.
So I will disagree. I will disagree about this season. But every single one of you people, every single one of you, every single person on this panel has went, it's a shit season. The football's crap. When they've done it this year, but when they were doing it in 2004, because it was Henry doing it, because it was Vieira doing it, because it was Keane doing it, because it was fucking Van Nistelrooy doing it, it was, oh, how good is the quality of football? It was a shit.
No,
back then.
Tom. We would have probably finished that game and been like, "Fuck, man, that game weren't the greatest." But you know why the game ended up like that? Because it was two teams who were trying to win, and there was a real rivalry. Not all this nicey woke shit. And it was, you know what? If I need to kill you to win this game, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah,
That is what it
Drift,
was. That was real shit, bro. That is why.
Drift, what is the best quality rivalry you've seen in the Premier League?
Well, there's probably been
Arsenal,
about
Man
4 or
United.
5. There's probably been about
Arsenal,
4 or
Man
5.
United.
In the Premier League era, you say
I'll
Arsenal,
say
Man
Chelsea,
United.
Man United, Arsenal, Man United,
Yeah.
Man
So,
City,
no-
Man United, Liverpool, Man City.
Yeah.
There you go. So Liverpool, Man City is responsible for probably, give or take, 2 of the best 5 Premier League games of all time.
Yes, and do you want to know what, Tom? It might sound
There's
like I'm
no
being
other rivalry that
stupid.
gets near
No,
that.
you know, it might sound like I'm being stupid when I say this, but football is changing so rapidly. 2018 to 2022 still almost feels like a long time ago in how bad football's getting.
That's
I know it was only 4 to 8 years
That's
ago,
crazy,
but I
bro.
promise you, football is getting so bad so
It's getting
quickly.
worse, guys, I swear.
Even 2018 to 2020 feels like a long time ago. Like the football is
Bro,
getting
people-
worse
people-
and
okay,
worse and worse.
Let me just say one thing before we do the supers and get out of here because it's really late for both of us. It's like 3:20 a.m. for me as well.
Yeah.
People use this against us when it comes to Van Dijk as an example. They say John Terry never used to get cooked like this. Rio Ferdinand never used to get cooked like this. Vidic never used to cook. They say this about their when we bring up a Van Dijk as an example.
Rivals,
You know?
yeah.
But
It's
you
rivals,
watch
isn't it?
these games. I've seen John Terry get cooked multiple times.
Yeah,
I've
I've
seen
seen it.
Ferdinand.
I've seen it.
I've seen Vidic.
Ferdinand.
This is
I've
the
seen
problem with this nostalgic stuff, is the fact that you look at everything, because here's what happened. Back in the day, let's compare Rio and Van Dijk. And this is the biggest issue with this nostalgic argument. Rio and Van Dijk. Back in the day, let's say Rio made an error leading to a goal, right? Press Ferguson, someone would say Rio had a bad game, he made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. Life would move on. Now, replay the clip on Twitter, replay the clip on TikTok, talk about it on YouTube,
I agree
do
with that.
pre-records, you see it on shorts, you see it
Yeah.
on reels. So in the back of your head, you've seen the same clip of him making a mistake 100 times. Now with Van Dijk.
No, I
Like
agree
the
with that,
Perisic-
Hassan.
Like the Perisic thing when Van Dijk fell on the ground. Bro, I've seen John Terry at Anfield fall on the ground and Henderson score. Forget Perisic. when he was on the wing.
I agree.
So,
but this is the reason why I can tell you that you have to understand where I'm coming from.
And you're saying Tom didn't watch that era. I did. I grew up watching that era.
If I'm gonna be called a nostalgia merchant for what I'm saying, fine. But I think Van Dijk's the best centre back of all time. So I can take myself out the nostalgia and appreciate now as well. But he is an outlier. But for me, Virgil's the best centre back of all time. So I'm not saying there can't be. Messi is one of the greatest footballers of all time, and he plays now. I get it. You can be great now. No one's saying you can't play now and not be great. But we're saying there aren't enough greats now in comparison. And average players back in the day would now be seen as special, because I'm watching average players now be seen as special. That is what I'm telling you.
But you play a part in that, though.
How?
Who's been the best player in the league in the last 10 years?
Salah, De Bruyne, Virgil.
I agree with that. For the last season, people have spent the season watching Kopish, watching you give him low player ratings. That didn't exist back in the day.
Bruv.
Wait, I'm not holding it against you. Hear me out, please. I'm not holding it against you. I'm not saying you're responsible. I'm saying back in the day, that didn't exist. Not just Kopish. All of us, all this whole thing didn't exist back in the day. So back in the day,
the United stand weren't sitting there.
I'm going to use even a more recent example. I'm going to use a more recent example. Eden Hazard under Mourinho had one of the worst seasons for a superstar player ever. He had 3 goals and like 2 assists.
He did it on purpose, though. We all know he down.
But that's not the point. Whether he down tools or not. Imagine that happened nowadays. What would happen? Let's be honest about this.
No, do you know what? To be fair, I think the Chelsea fans would probably be like, get Jose out, because they'd probably side with him over the manager.
Okay, great. But what would have happened also was, week in, week out, Carefree Lewis would have to go live. Matisse would have to go live. Every single Chelsea content creator would have to go live and go like, I give Hazard the 2 out of 10 today. He was shit. I give Hazard the 1 out of 10 today. He was shit. It's the truth.
No, I agree with that. I agree with you.
That didn't exist. That's why we would rank these players higher subconsciously.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
We're never going to agree on the football stuff, and that's fine.
No.
I think we can all agree on other things like music and movies were better back then.
Let me just do these supers before we get out of here. Big up to all of you guys locked in.
Great debate, to be fair.
I'm just literally just gonna read these and then end the stream because we've been here forever. Big up to you guys, man. Love you all. And yeah, appreciate you all. We're either getting Joao Gomez or Manu Kone. Joao Gomez has gone to Atletico already, bro.
No,
he's not.
He's
isn't.
You know what? Bring Joao Gomez to Liverpool, 100%.
Hang on, is this the guy from Wolves you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him.
Bring him to Liverpool.
Yeah,
bring him to
Liverpool.
Kone, man. Run me Kone.
Very busy with.
By the way, at the price that we would pay, we should get both. They're only about 40 mil each. We should actually just get them both. McAllister can go, Endo can go, replace them with these 2.
And here we go. We're talking about selling players that shouldn't be sold this summer because we're getting.
No, Tom, remember McAllister was always one of the players everyone accepted would go.
I don't want to sell him, man. I feel like we're chasing him.
No, I don't want to sell him, but I would to get those.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna close the door. No one is for sale. Let's buy. We need to buy.
I don't think we're going to sell that much anyway. So.
Guys, we ain't even got a director of football who cares. We're probably not going to do anything. This guy's picking out condos in Saudi. Do you think he gives a fuck what Liverpool do?
That's what I'm saying, man.
I said it earlier. I don't think we're going to sell RDNE or buy RDNE this summer.
That is shit, man. We are in trouble, guys.
Players too expensive, and we don't have mega rich owners. Also, Brexit rules. We need multi-club to keep up. It's the best and most cost-effective. But they're changing the rules for that and making it more strict season in, season out.
The thing is, I'll ask Sondegger, whatever, which multi-club model actually fucking works. PSG don't have a multi-club.
None work.
I think Man City's one ain't the worst in the world.
The only multi-clubs I think of are Man City. Girona got relegated, and Troy's in early in debt. And Chelsea...
No, but taking players from there, haven't they taken a couple of the players and it's worked out for them?
Man City haven't taken a single player from Girona since Savio.
Are you sure?
100%. They haven't taken a single player since Savio.
Savio, I think that's what it was, yeah.
And he ain't worked out, has he?
Oh, okay, fair enough. I thought they'd taken a couple of players.
And then Chelsea have Strasbourg. The only player they took 2 players from Strasbourg, Andre Santos, who they've sold already, and Mamadou Sarr, who they don't play.
Oh, Red Bull has
Red Bull in Salzburg and
nothing.
Leipzig, isn't it? Yeah, that's too good.
I'd buy Nusa over Minteh, to be honest.
No, but you know what I'll argue? The Red Bull model. What the fuck is the Red Bull model achieved apart from making
nothing? Literally, that's the point.
It's made a lot of profit.
They make money. They make money. But Drift, if I have to sit there to you, Drift, and go, you know what the plan for Liverpool in the next 5 years is? It's to make a load of profit. You'd sit there and go, that's shit. That we should be winning trophies.
No, but what I would want us to do, Tom, is that I'd want the other team they bought to be the one that makes the money, and then they take that money and they use it for Liverpool.
Drift, that's not the case.
No, I know. I don't care about multi-team, Tom. I don't care about multi-team at all, bro. I don't care.
The entire multi-club model is built on making a profit, and they go through stages and getting there, or the multi-club model is fucked.
Who's their most
idea of multi-club model doesn't work in modern day.
No, I agree with you, bro. I don't care about multi-club, Tom, at all, bro. I really don't care about it.
Jay? I think Man City's got a few clubs, isn't it? I think
but they haven't used it.
New York, is it New York or something?
And New Delhi and all this.
Multi-club, let's be honest, multi-club was just rich owners who wanted to flex. That's all it was.
Man City have 4 clubs. You've got Man City, you've got Girona, you've got Estac Troyes, and you've got New York City FC.
Yeah.
New York City FC haven't been anywhere near anything since David Villa left and Pirlo left. Estac Troyes are in the 3rd division of France, and Girona just got relegated from La Liga.
Well, there you go. Multi-club football is terrible.
Well,
I don't know about you, but that's not a successful model.
It's because the main ownership, who's the main club, don't actually give a shit what happens to the other clubs.
I've got people bringing up Brighton.
It's just portfolio building, Jay. That's all it is. They just want to flex and show off and be like, we're rich and we own all these clubs.
I'm sorry, John Stokes, but if I was to sit there and tell you that Liverpool's entire model for the next year is built on buying young players, then sending them to the Scottish League for a year and then bringing them to play first-team football, you'd sit there and see your arse with it. Because you'd sit there and go, how is anyone who's played in the Scottish League good enough to play for Liverpool when they want to challenge for titles?
Maybe this is why FSG got rid of the multi-club. Maybe this is why they don't want it, because they look at other clubs.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I agree.
Don't work.
And when you say 2 inside 10s, though, they're just as expensive. Morgan Rogers, 130 million. I'm sorry, I'd rather pay 110 for Barcola then.
Barcola's better, man.
Yeah. 14 to 2025. Minteh scored a brace versus Chelsea. Valentine's Day winger. That's Minteh. They knew since. Yeah, but here's the thing. You're talking about a game from 2 seasons ago. So if I say that Minteh was the worst player on a pitch in a Brighton 3-0 Chelsea win, I'm not lying, because I'm not this season.
No, you weren't like. I think what that bloke should have said in his chat when you brought it up is what, and put the date and then everything.
Put the date or something. Like 2 seasons ago.
We're legit linked with Minteh again. Is this come back up again?
No, I think people are just making it up.
People are clinging to that James.
Team talk.
If we sign Minteh, I'm fucking out.
Just because he's on the left doesn't mean he holds with. He's not a central talent. Has never been.
Drifty, can I ask you a question? Are you, and Tom, sorry, Hussam, would you guys just get Barcola and just concentrate on other positions for now?
Yes.
I heard you last part of that conversation. I agree with what you said, Fozzie, is bring him in now and play him on the right, even if he's out of position. Yeah. And then it gives you 12 months to find a proper right winger, and then you can move him over to the left next year. But let's get him. Let's just get him in the club now, so that we've got him as a Liverpool player before he goes somewhere else. Do you know what I mean?
You have to get Barcola. I'm not entirely against the idea of getting Barcola in and getting a stopgap type of a Bowen or a DRB for like 30 million quid who can just hold it down on the right for a couple of seasons.
Come on, play Rio there. I'm not gonna lie, I'll just put Rio on the right.
You could do. I'm just worried about overplaying Rio. I hear
that.
I don't want to overplay Rio, so I think you need a guy who can be a little bit more experienced.
Sand, I agree with you in terms of how I wouldn't play Verts on the left-hand side, by the way. I wouldn't play Verts as a left winger.
No.
If you're gonna
big up Drift, thoughts on the Spain game, guys. I'll be honest, it was an okay game. It wasn't like the most boring game.
I'll be honest with you, lot. I know I'm ill, so I fell asleep. The game was so boring. Oh my god, that game was so boring.
Here's the thing, though. I think Spain are all wrong for France. You know. I think Spain beat France.
Do you think so?
I agree.
You know what? I swear, I agree with you.
It's because
it's the way they play. Yeah,
it's the way they defend and play, and what they're going to do. France don't let obviously Belgium did it today, and obviously they're not as good as France yet. But you can't play a high line and not track back with your attackers. Spain are so good on the ball with their players; they find them gaps, and I think this. Look, I'd still make France favourites.
Is there not the worry about Spain's lack of clinicality though? Because
it could be.
Yamal has not been good this tournament.
That is the only thing that could put Spain down is the fact they've not got an Mbappe up front.
The most clinical goal scorer is Arsenal's fourth choice centre mid.
Yeah, but he always goes to Spain. He's good for Spain, ain't he? He's good for Spain.
If France don't beat Spain, though, it's bad for football.
The most boring game for the World Cup was Colombia-Switzerland. By far, the most boring game.
That game was so bad. Oh, my God. That game was so bad. You know what? Shout out to Cape Verde and DR Congo, because they're two of the teams who actually made football exciting in this World Cup.
And Egypt, you disrespectful fraud.
No, Egypt too. Egypt.
I think Egypt. They were 2-0 up against Argentina.
Egypt too.
Should have been 3-0.
Should have been 3-0. Should have been 3-0.
I think Cape Verde and Argentina has been I think Cape Verde versus Argentina has been a game of the tournament.
Oh, that's the best game.
By far. No, do you know what? Egypt Argentina was a great game as well until all the cheating started happening.
I think that Argentina. The thing that these last two games have shown me is that Argentina aren't going to get to the final again.
No, they're not.
I think Norway can beat them.
Norway or England beat Argentina.
Norway or England beat them.
The funniest thing. Imagine the World Cup final is Norway, Spain instead of France, Argentina after all this.
Hey,
you know what? I'm here for it because at least it would be something different.
We were in it. We was talking about Norway, innit?
I don't sleep on Norway, you know. I actually apologize to every Norwegian because I said Norway were going to finish third in their group and probably go out in around the 32. I apologize to every single Norwegian for being more wrong than I've probably ever been about World Cup football.
My thing with Norway is I don't see how they stop that England attack.
I actually think it's going.
I can see Haaland scoring, and I don't think England can stop that. But I don't see how Norway stop Bellingham, Kane.
England play Norway anyway tomorrow.
Saturday. Yeah,
it's tomorrow. Yeah.
Well,
today.
Yeah, I think with England, I know I'm saying Spain could be all problems with France, but I'm still thinking of it now. I think France just has so much up front; they probably scored the goal.
England, the real problem.
I think it's going to be England-France final.
It's a possibility. It's not impossible. England can beat Argentina, by the way.
Yeah,
because that's if England get past Norway, Jay.
Yes,
Norway is no joke.
Tuchel as the manager is a real threat for France because out of every manager in that tournament, I don't think there's a single manager better at knockout football than Tuchel.
No, Tuchel is good at. This what he's good at. Yeah,
this is true.
I ain't gonna lie. I actually quite like Tuchel. He's quite a.
I don't know.
I don't know if England winning the World Cup with a German manager is worse for the Germans or the English people.
It's worse for the Germans. It's worse for the Germans, 100%.
Yeah, especially that Germany are crap at the moment.
This is true. It would probably be worse for Germany given the fact they were eliminated.
I do think England gets
who's
smoked,
Jordan's
though.
biggest rival? Who's Jordan's biggest sport rival?
Iraq.
So imagine if a Jordan manager went and won them the biggest trophy in the world.
Yeah, it would be worse.
Would that even happen, Sam? Like, would a Jordanian ever actually take charge of? Like, would that actually happen? You say
Iraq has managed Jordan before. It's not like
I don't think it's a rivalry like Germany, is it?
It's not.
No, it's not.
I don't think England. You know what? I don't. When you talk to Germans, they don't see England as a rivalry. They see Argentina as a rivalry. They see the Netherlands as a rivalry. They don't look at England like that.
Wow.
England's thing is the whole 2 world wars and 1 world cup.
Yeah.
That's going to be 2 world wars and 2 World Cups. The Premier League is incredibly boring to watch. It's rugby. I wouldn't go that far, guys.
Last season it was.
There is one league that is entertaining, and that's the French league. You watch Bundesliga, you'll fall asleep. Serie A, you'll fall asleep. La Liga, you'll fall asleep. I promise.
Yeah, you leave.
I don't know, Bundesliga. I don't know. Bundesliga is quite entertaining. I know the quality's not great, but it's kind of entertaining, though.
Drifty, man.
No, it's end, Sam. If you watch Bundesliga, it's like basketball. It's not boring. I wouldn't call it boring.
You know, one of the funniest moments, Drifty. People were in my chat. I was doing a Liverpool watch along, and they're like, "Oh, Bayern are 2-0 down." And 15 minutes later, it's like 5-2 to Bayern, bro. Allow it.
No, but Bayern is different. They're just like, they're different, isn't it?
Do you know what the best leagues in the world are? The Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, the French League, and then you could arguably say the Championship.
I think La Liga is better than
the Championship. Championship is entertaining.
The Championship is the best league to watch in the world.
Championship's entertaining for real.
I love the Italian league. I watch it all the time. It's my thing.
Jamie, did you say the French league is sorry, the La Liga is better than the French league? You think?
I think La Liga
No?
is the most overrated league in world football.
Shit, man.
I don't even think that's a crazy opinion. That's
No, it's just Barcelona and Real Madrid blind everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, I just think it's a terrible.
The single most entertaining league in the world is the Championship. If you ever wanted to watch a
Man,
single
brilliant,
season of football
Man,
and enjoy it to the peak, it's the Championship. The amount of
Drifty, you should
drama
do Championship
that
watch
happens in
alongs.
that.
You're gonna
Do you
go
know
like,
what?
back in the day, this is the football we used
No,
to
Sam, do you want to know what? Yeah, if you could download all of the data into my mind of all the players, so I knew everyone, I would.
Just open FOTMob, man. FOTMob showed
No,
Jordanian.
Hassan, my brain can't take any more information about football. I do it all day, every day. But if somehow I could get all Championship information, I would do it.
Tom and Hussam have been terraced. That's not true because Terry actually does this nostalgic.
Terry's the biggest nostalgia merchant.
Terry's the biggest nostalgia merchant. He would out nostalgia Drifty. So you're wrong. Hussam, I beg pull up Champions League 1991. Look at those teams and tell me one player from those teams or any other 80 to 90 Champions League tournament. Here's my thing. I actually think Champions League was probably more competitive and better back in the day because it used to be like anyone can win.
Champions only.
And it legit was like Steaua Bucharest, Marseille, like anyone could win it. I respect that. But league-wise, league, I think it's better now than ever before. It's more competitive. Like, yeah. Drifty, why so much hate for Arsenal? Don't say the fans, because every team have got them. Pool and Arsenal ain't even rivals. This is so cringe.
I guess you're an Arsenal fan, so you're just gonna have to deal with it, big man.
I'll be honest. When you're saying every team
and it is the fans, it 100% is the fans.
That's massively misunderstanding the gripe with Arsenal fans.
Yeah, as an Arsenal fan, you're not able to see through because you don't mind them because they're talking about your team. But I promise you, it's difficult to put up with.
I got actually nothing wrong with Arsenal as a team. Do you know what I mean? As a club.
Yeah,
I think they used to be a really close. Yeah,
I'll also admit Arteta's a prick, and that makes me hate them as well.
Yeah.
I love Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger was a bad boy. Yeah, I agree with Jay. Arsene Wenger was a bad boy. Yeah. Some of my favorite players of all time are Arsenal players.
Ian Wright.
Ian Wright, Henri Bergkamp's my favorite number 10 of all time.
Did you notice we're not seeing a player post 2005 there?
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's no Van Persie, there's no Adebayor.
Stefan Schwartz.
What Premier League player has a better first touch than Bergkamp?
Petit,
None.
Vieira.
I can bring you one, Mr. Nostalgia Merchant.
Hold on, Hassan, that's an outlier. That's an outlier.
Berbatov's the shout.
Berbatov first touch.
Berbatov has the best touch in world football. That's a shout.
Berbatov used to smoke cigarettes and touch the ball.
You know who else I'll say had a
Baggio Drifty.
You know who else I'll say had a
really good I don't know. Hassan might hit the nail on the head. Berbatov might have the best touch I've ever seen. I'm never gonna lie. Berbatov was crazy.
He was good.
Riyad Mahrez' first touch.
Riyad Mahrez, that's another.
No, Mahrez not better than Berbatov. Berbatov's first touch was impeccable, Tom.
It was
seriously, Berbatov was ridiculous.
Do you know? I think half of Berbatov's thing was the aesthetic around him because he was lazy. And
he was very aesthetically.
But that's why he needed to be that good with his first touch, bro, because he weren't sprinting.
And guess what, Tom? Back in the day, he was aesthetically pleasing to watch. So you went to the playground and you spoke to your friends. Nowadays, it would be the football terrace and Don Hussam and Kopish and the whole world talking about the and then you're going to microanalyze every moment. And then you're going to see a TikTok highlight and you're going to see reels. And then you're going to end up going like, oh, his first touch is shit.
Do you know what I'm going to see his out? I'm going to go on Twitter that night and I'm going to see a 3-minute fail comp of all these crap first touches.
Exactly. Therefore, you will change your opinion.
You can't find 3 minutes of bad first touches for Berbatov, Tom. You can't.
I promise you can. For
not 3 minutes worth. Not 3 minutes worth.
3 minutes worth of messy bad touches.
Drift.
Like, allow
if the comp makers today, if the comp makers of nowadays had access to every single game from then, they would find it.
Maybe, but I doubt it. Not 3 minutes of Berbatov. I doubt it.
The problem is the Premier League is so closed off that the guys who played in the 2000s are protected by the fact that their content can't be put out nowadays.
I got a run. I told you guys later.
Big up, bro.
I guarantee you, the best centre backs of 2000s, Terry, Vidic, Ferdinand, if you were able to get a full fail comp of them, we'd be talking near on feature film.
No, I agree. I agree with
feature
that.
film length.
Drifty, there is a Liverpool fan, just to prove my point and Tom's point.
CF comps.
The Liverpool fan, when one guy said Rio Ferdinand never used to make mistakes like this at one of the Van Dijk fail comps, he made a Rio fail comp. 7 minutes long, all mistakes.
I hear it. But everyone's human.
Everybody makes mistakes.
So of course you're gonna make mistakes. Everyone's human.
But back in the day, there wasn't YouTube and Twitter and TikTok and Instagram to
replay. I agree with that.
But we watched them and we've seen the mistakes. Maldini made mistakes. Baresi made mistakes. All those great defenders made mistakes. Leicester made mistakes. Cannavaro made mistakes. Desailly made mistakes. Thuram makes mistakes.
They all made mistakes, but the overall level of them was worse than what it is now.
No.
A centre back now, an average centre back now is better at football than an average centre back 10 years ago.
No, they're just a better athlete,
football,
Tom.
yes.
They're just a better athlete. They're not a better defender. They're just a better athlete. That's all.
Centre backs are not athletes anyway, you fraud. Hussam refuses to understand the angle. Back then, teams weren't scared to lose. Nowadays, they play conservative football, afraid to lose. Question. Hussam, before how many did we have low block teams? Are you mad? First of all, first of all, are you mad? Stoke City, hello. Stoke City, West Bromwich Albion, Tony Pulis. Are we going to sit up here and pretend that the bottom 10 teams in the Premier League in the 2000s did not play low blocks? Are you crazy? Are you actually crazy?
But it wasn't regular. You looked at the calendar and went, fuck's sake, Stoke on the we got to go there. It wasn't regular. It wasn't week in, week out.
Drifty,
it wasn't week
the
in,
reason
week
why
out,
Roy
guys.
Hodgson at Fulham and Sam Allardyce at Bolton got so much praise is because they played attacking football for a shit team to begin with.
No, but you're talking about the odd team, so we agree there. Well, but it wasn't week in, week out. Liverpool played like 15 low blocks.
No, it was
back in the day, it wasn't that many. It was a slow
fan. You would have had that experience because Man United used to play against teams that we defended against Man United. Never mind the shit teams.
Man United. No, we didn't play low block against Man United back in the day.
We did.
No, we used to go toe with them. That's why we used to lose a lot.
We played low block.
I've pulled up the table from when we finished second in 08-09. Please tell me which of these teams wouldn't have played low block against us when we played them. West Brom.
Low block.
Middlesbrough.
Low block.
Hull.
No, I don't think Middlesbrough would have played a low block.
West Brom was low block.
Yeah, I don't think Middlesbrough were low block.
You don't think the West Brom that finished bottom of the league with 8 wins would play low block against Liverpool?
No, but Middlesbrough, I don't remember Middlesbrough being the type of team that was low block.
With Brian Robson,
it wasn't Brian Robson.
No, that wasn't Brian Robson. He said
we're talking about 2009 here.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about 2009.
So who was the manager around that time? Was it Southgate?
It was Southgate.
Southgate played defensive with.
He played defensive, but not low block. It wasn't just everybody park in front of the goal and then just like hope you can get the draw.
No one does that now.
Bro, come on, man.
Genuine question, Drift.
Drifty, the ones that play low block in the league are the championship teams and like Brentford. Who else in the league now plays low block? Brentford.
No, we're not talking about low block week in, week out. We're talking about when you come up against Liverpool or Man United or whatever. They will always change on that day and be low block for that day. I know they play good football or they try to play football against the other teams, But when they play Liverpool or Arsenal, they're like straight bang, low block, straight away. Change the tactics today, low block.
Sick of these nostalgic. Let me load up the Premier League table from this season. You know, forget previous seasons.
Guys, we already said we agreed to disagree.
No, 1 second. No, you're a fraud. Wolves low block. 1 second.
About the same
Wolves
point.
low block. Burnley low block. West Ham low block. Forest low block. Palace low block.
But not against each other. They only do low block when they play us.
I understand. I know. I'm saying current Premier League. Everton low block. We're at 6. Who else? That's it. Look at this, yeah? Spurs was attacking. Leeds was attacking. Newcastle was attacking. Fulham attacking. The rest of the league all bright.
You know what's a little bit different about the season just gone is we became so vulnerable. Teams realised they could get us. Last season's not really a good reflection because we were so bad last year. No one was afraid of us anymore. The year before that, majority of teams, Liverpool, low block. We were terrible last year.
Rice or Rio, Coker, Huddleston, Genus, Barry. Bro, Rice is better than all of them. Are you guys going to disagree with this?
I don't think Rice is better than Parker, Huddleston, Barry, or Genus, but he's better than Huddleston and Rio Coker.
Yeah.
Jermaine Genus was a good player, you know.
Drifty, you're sleeping on Huddleston.
And Barry is a Premier League legend. Let's not disrespect Gareth Barry. Gareth Barry is a Premier League legend.
Well, he's won the Premier League and everything, hasn't he? So, but the thing with Huddleston, Drifty, people forget how good that guy was. Both feet.
Injuries ruined Huddleston, isn't it? Injuries.
I am so sick of you guys. You're gonna pretend Huddleston's better than Rice.
I never said that. I never said
that.
I
never said he was better, but he's definitely slept on.
Yeah, he's a very good player.
LeBron James is the GOAT, superior skills. I disagree. I think MJ is the GOAT.
No, it's
MJ with a 22% 3-point average, but they never used to take 3-pointers back in the day anyway.
Nope.
Every era has periods where the quality was low because you have the old players fading out and the new players developing. That's where we are now. Yes, that happened in the early 2010s as well, when Suarez and Hazard and all these guys were left the league and Ronaldo and blah, blah, blah. Who was left anyway? We had a 2-3 year period where the players were average. Like, let's be honest, this is not new.
Yeah, that's where Mane and Salah and De Bruyne and that stepped up.
Yeah, they started arriving, but for that 2 year period before that, what was it?
Like, probably. Yeah. No, actually, that was when we had Aguero, David Silva. We do still have some top quality players around.
Yeah. People are upset because there are no Mavericks anymore, which is why they shake Patty for Sherky. Both sides are right, but also wrong in a sense. But here's the thing. I'm glad you brought up Sherky. Sherky got criticized towards the end of the season for not getting enough GA, for standing on the ball, for doing all this stuff. Had Sherky played 20 years ago, we would have been sat here going like, oh, you see, remember there used to be a player called Ryan Sherky. He was incredible. He used to get past players. He used to drift past players.
Man City used to have a player.
Like, I give an example.
That is the problem. That is the problem. If you don't get GA now, you're criticized.
If I say the name Morten Gamst Pedersen, everyone go like, oh, he was cold back in the day. Yeah, but if I bring Morten Gamst Pedersen, put him in today's Premier League, and he's like inconsistent winger, and he turns up 1 week, he doesn't turn up the other week, blah, blah, blah. People would go like, I wouldn't take Morten Gamst Pedersen. He's inconsistent, blah, blah, blah. Why? Because you would hear about him 24/7. That's the difference.
No, but Hassam, here's the one thing that maybe you will agree with. When we talk about players being inconsistent and when we're criticizing players, it is always GA. And that is the point I don't like. Back in the day, players played football for the love of the game.
Thank you.
They did not play football for fucking stats. It wasn't about, did I come off with 89% pass completion and 10 shots on target and 4 assists and 1 goal. They just did have a good game. A good game didn't warrant stats. You could watch a play. This is the reason why people shout at me for defending people like Diaz, because I am old school and I recognize what he's doing that can't be put on a fucking stat sheet. I like real football. I don't care about this GA bullshit.
So why do you like Nunes then, on a real?
Because I actually believe that Nunes is just somebody who can. I think it's more the pressure.
Drifty, objectively, listen, I'm not even going to be toxic. I honestly
believe it's the pressure.
I'm not going to be toxic, but please don't be toxic. Nothing you said applies to Nunes. Let's be honest. Legit.
Yeah, I know.
The first touch, the technique, the beautiful football. That's not.
But it's finishing for me when he wasn't when he was playing, when he wasn't in his own head and he was just playing football freely. His finishes were amazing. I just think the pressure was too much for Nunes. I genuinely just believe he couldn't deal with the pressure. That's what I think the problem was with Nunes. The pressure of being at Liverpool at the highest level just got to him. if you go look at his goal catalogue, Hassan, you'd think he was a world beater. If you only watched his goal catalogue, you'd be like, this guy's like fucking Hernan Crespo. What the fuck? Like, his goals are amazing. So
only Wimbledon FC, Everton, Coventry, Leicester, Bolton, and Arsenal under George Graham used to play low block in the 90s. Now every team is doing it, even national teams. But I just went to the Premier League. Arsenal, City, United, Villa, Liverpool, Bournemouth, Sunderland, Brighton, Chelsea, Fulham, Leeds, Spurs are all for the most part, attacking teams. So this notion that everyone plays low block, I think is a false notion. It's not true, bro, African Cat. It's just not. The same amount of teams are playing low blocks. Like now it's the 3 relegated teams, West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves. It's Forest because they had Nuno Santo and then they had Vitor Pereira after. It's Brentford because that's their like theme, basically. So it's the same teams, really. So, yeah. Border up your windows if England win the World Cup. What the hell is that supposed to mean, huh? Border up your
it will get crazy if England win the World Cup.
100%, yeah.
But won't you guys like feel happy?
I don't mind if England win the World Cup. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah,
I'll put it like this: if it's England versus France,
holiday and stuff.
Sam, if it's England France in the final, I would want England to win.
Okay.
I want England to beat Norway, but the difference is if Norway beat England, I won't care. Do you get what I mean? Like that's the you see if Liverpool are playing, if Liverpool don't win, I'm done. Fuck the rest of the day. No one talk to me. If England lose, I'll be like, that was a shame. I'll just get on with the rest of my day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the difference.
African Cat, I see why women dislike men sometimes because I just gave you 14 teams and you responded to one. Assume Arsenal are also defensive, Habibi. Okay, there are 6-7 defensive teams in the league and 14 attacking ones. Tomato.
But the thing is, Hussam, the thing is with defensive teams, like what you got to understand is it depends on the teams, innit? We can be a defending team as well. Like if the team that we're facing is better than us, so it just goes vice versa everywhere. You know what I mean? So anyone can be defensive because the way that people talk about it is like specific teams play defensive 24. Now they don't play defensive all the time. It depends on the game that they face it. If the opposition is better, of course they're gonna go ultra defensive. That's how it is in football in the modern day. That's how I see it.
Another thing better back in the day, wrestling.
Yes,
well, that I agree with.
I still watch wrestling,
but that's not just social media. That's Vince McMahon ruining the whole thing.
That might be the biggest discrepancy from back in the day and now. That actually might be the biggest gap of quality of anything we've spoken about. Wrestling. Oh my God. Like wrestling now, I don't know how anyone watches it.
By like, the whole
I'm used to it, bro.
Thing. Yeah. The fact that like they used to be that person everywhere they went, and now that's gone because of social media. But the thing that ruined it for me was Vince McMahon decisions. They built up this is where I stopped watching wrestling completely. They built up the Great Khali for 3 years. Punjabi prison cell match, and Batista had to fight to beat him and everything. And then Beth Phoenix eliminated him in the Royal Rumble with a kiss. I stopped watching them. I'm like, you're just absolute. Like, there is no way you built up this guy to be this much of an animal, like Undertaker and Mark Henry and blah, blah, blah. And then a kiss from a diva eliminates him from the Royal Rumble.
You know what it is, Sam? If you watch the documentary on Netflix, it kind of shows they just, like everything, money ruined it. They realized the best way to make money is to get children to want to go. And then once you've got the children involved, you can no longer do bra and panty, swearing. They can't be real violent. You get what I mean? Like, you've got to really PG it. And then as soon as that happens, it just becomes watered down. So
this is
EastEnders. I don't even watch EastEnders, and no one can tell me back in the day EastEnders ain't better than this EastEnders.
Fair. I don't even watch it. I don't
even watch EastEnders.
I don't watch it anymore. I used to, but I still watch it.
Big up to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us on yet another stream. This was a long ass stream as well.
That was good.
The funny part is the only last man standing, speaking of WWE, Fozzy, the only one from the start till now.
Listen, I've been watching this since I was a baby, man. I'm not going to just stop. I know that it ain't good, but it is what it is. I still go watch it as well when he's in the dome. And I went to Madison Square to watch it as well. So it's
but you definitely don't feel the same though, Fozzy.
No. It died a long time ago. It died.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, big up to all of you guys. All the links are in the description. Please go subscribe to every single one of my brothers. Their links are in the description. Hit the like button before you leave. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The link is in the pinned comment at DonHussam6. Please go follow me. There's reels, there's content over there as well, stories and multiple different things. So please go over there, follow me. It's just in the pinned comment. Just click on it and it'll take you to my Insta. Follow me. Hit the like, subscribe. I'm back tomorrow, inshallah, probably around 4, something like this. Gonna do a Liverpool show and then we're gonna do the 2 watch-alongs, inshallah. Love you all and peace out, Habibis. Peace.
Hey.
Take care.